Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with another sold out Saturday, man. On this sold out podcast, man. Y'all smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm Jeremy Jones. I make content about sneakers and occasional try on hauls, man. So if you're into sneaker content, you're in the right place, man. Y'all see the title, smash the like button, and I'm gonna let my homie go ahead and introduce himself, and then we're gonna dive into tonight's topic and just kick back and chill out, man.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? You guys know me, man. It's me, Dunks, man. Yeah, let's get into this one, man. These some pretty heavy topics, man. Some pretty heavy discussion.
Most definitely, man. I'm gonna touch your chat, but basically tonight's topic, man, I wanted to touch on the SneakerCon shooting that happened outside of SneakerCon. Okay, so it's not like this wasn't. It was at the location, but it wasn't actually in the actual building of the SneakerCon of this shooting. Now I saw this floating around, and this is SneakerCon in Salt Lake City, of course, as y'all see up in the title, and I saw this floating around on Sunday, but I wanted to give the time for the story to kind of develop because apparently it's been this whole thing going on SneakerCon, like outside of it, where people would try to play games with people. Like, have you ever heard of what they call kind of like 3-card Monty, something like that? Basically where people make you play a little guessing game, but it's kind of like Jimmy Rig to begin with, where no matter what, there's no way you can win. So what I'm gathering from that whole situation is that, and somebody got tricked out of some sneakers. I mean, there's more to the story, and I think they got a nice little article broke down here on Nice Kicks, which I'm going to share my screen with you guys in just a little bit. And also, I wanted to follow up on what we was talking about on Wednesday, which is basically this whole Memphis ramsack of like the Nike like trailers. Yeah. Wanted to touch on that one basically because me and Dunks, we've been talking about it pretty much. We haven't stopped talking about it. I mean, we've started talking about it when it happened. He's talked about it in between things, and now we're still talking about it. So we got to touch on it because there's some more information come out about it. Of course, how much products was it really worth? We want to get on that tonight, man. So, and Dunks has this theory, and y'all know, man, he's gonna probably deliver it in a different perspective because it almost seems like he was there last time, man. And that's just me, and I felt like we all the same way, man. We got a new subscriber in the building, Mike Sim. Just subscribe. Appreciate you.
What's up, bro?
Man. Most definitely, man. Shout him out, man. Y'all show some love, man. Let me make some noise for the new subscriber real quick, man. Just FYI.
Yo.
Yes, sir, man. Let me touch the chat. And then we'll just officially dive in. Kind of just want to give that strong little introduction right there. Have you heard about the shooting that happened out of at SneakerCon in Salt Lake City, Dunks?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, most definitely.
It's one of the pretty headlining topics of the community, you know?
It's kind of funny. I feel like we've been dodging that one, though. I don't know if we had brought that up or not. I don't know.
No, we haven't, but it's been about a good strong 2 weeks when you say that it happened.
Almost. It's knocking on the door of 2 weeks. Because I think it was like last Saturday. Don't quote me, right? I'm gonna break it down for sure. But yeah, I'm surprised. But maybe it's because this whole like Memphis trailer thing just kind of took over, and we just kind of it's kind of crazy. Yeah. We put a shooting on the back burner of stealing a whole bunch of Nikes, man. Kind of
with the shooting, was it there just a shooting? Were there any parties injured? Were there any deaths? That's all something that needs to be addressed too, because I don't even know that much about it.
I believe there was injuries. I don't know about deaths, but I think this article breaks that down. So when I share my screen on it, we'll read over that, and then that should cover a lot of things. Let me touch the chat real quick, and then we'll dive in. I'll pull up the article. We'll roll right into that. Fly Guy says, my favorite live on YouTube. That's what's up, man. Appreciate the love, Fly Guy.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Always.
Most definitely. We got Rachel in the building, says, hey, everyone. Hope everyone is safe and blessed. Oh, and before I forget, man, what was on feed today for everybody, man? Y'all sign off in the chat on that as well. Let's see. Jay Brooks says, what's good, Sneaker Fam? We got Andre Taylor says, okay. Manny with the kick series. Europe. Karen K in the building says, I'm checking in. What's up, everybody? What up, Karen K, man?
What's going on, Karen?
What up? We got Rachel says, hey, Karen K and that Manny. Mr. 314 says, Jordan 1's gotta keep them lace. Yes, Sirski, man. I may bring it back. That's the I ain't even play that intro, Mr. 314. But what up? I gotta bring it back though, because I remember I was rolling with that for a minute. Karen K says, who's looking forward to copping the green Sparks? Yeah, we saw that, man. I had Dunks hyped on that one as well. You know, the off-white Air Force Ones, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So remember I showed you like everybody thought they were gonna drop what yesterday, right? We thought they were gonna drop yesterday on the
Yeah.
Off-White website. I'm not gonna lie, I had Dunks probably more anticipated than I was. I kind of just put it on there,
Yeah.
but Dunks, I didn't know you was gonna run with it like that. He was like, man, I'm up in time, and then we apparently there was a sneakers pass, but it was only for New York, and you have to be in the location. I think they gave people till over the weekend to pick it up, but don't quote me on that though. If you try to, spoof your location, because and not everybody knows how to do that, but there's a way you can spoof your location and then just go up there and pick them up like you're in New York. But there is a gray area because because I don't think too many people did it before, because there's this gray area of do you have to have an NY ID, which I believe the answer is no, but a lot of people, some people say it's a 50-50 answer right now. Some people say yes, some people say no.
You can't really say that because you got to think, what if somebody just moved there? What if, you got to think.
Right.
There's situations to where people just hadn't addressed that license change, all that, so they can't really take that into account.
I agree. And I was thinking like that would be completely unfair. And I think it was one of those people was just trying to get people to not enter so they would have a better chance for the people that was in there. If I had to guess, you know what I'm saying?
Because there were only 450 pair released for this
allegedly,
I guess, event, whatever you want to call it. So I mean,
allegedly. So
if there were only 450 pair released, I guarantee you 4,500 people put their bid in or tried to spoof it.
Oh, most definitely. So, and then not to mention, I'm pretty sure, man, we've been seeing these things at sneaker events and just floating around for sale, actual legit pairs for like at least 2 to 3. I know I've seen personally these things floating around for at least 3 months, like on the aftermarket. So, I'm hoping what it does is bring the price down. Will I pay resale for them? No. But retail, I'm all for them, mainly because I do got the lemonade joints. I believe, or we call them the Off-White lemonade Air Force Ones. I think we're going by another name on them too. But yeah, I got those, so it will make sense to. I would just want to keep adding just cause. But it's kind of one of those. If I don't get it, I ain't mad about it though. But it is what it is.
I mean, yeah, but it would be sweet to get it for 160.
Yeah, exactly. That would be that would be the best part, most definitely. So yeah, I may even go live for. I think they're dropping them Tuesday. I may try to, if I can somehow finesse it. I'm gonna see if I can go live on Tuesday for a little bit, because that one would only be like I know it ain't gonna take. It's a draw, so we ain't gonna be on live. We ain't gonna be on long. You know what I'm saying? Like a good hour live for that. That would be kind of fun, man. Yeah. Most definitely. Let's see. Let me touch back on the chat. Visualize says, yes, sir. Fire Manny with the kicks in the building says, what's goody chat? Yo, Rachel. Karen K says, what up, Rachel? Got the community. We building that community, man. Rachel says, most definitely, man. I feel like we all getting real connected in this joint. Rachel says, most definitely. Rachel says, see, this is what's gonna happen when folks go to in and pick up the Green Sparks at 21 Marshall, New York. Yeah, we gotta see. For the people who did hit, I'm gonna, because if something happens, somebody gonna put it on a video. You right, it gets crazy in NY. That's most definitely, it definitely does. Manny with the kick says, and pretty much everywhere now, man. I mean, if we got a shooting we about to cover. We talking the Memphis thing. We got
this is three different coasts or whatever. Yeah. These are 3 different states, but the involvement is for the same activity.
Most definitely, exactly. All over some sneakers, and yeah, man. Who can we really point the finger at that? You know what I mean? With the limited availability.
That's obvious who you can point it at, but
I mean, but can you really though? I mean, they can't. They can only do so much, I mean, I know.
No, I'm not blaming it on Nike. It's the community. I'm saying it's the community's fault.
Yeah, but people be wanting the stuff that I don't want it that bad where I gotta take out somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't want it that bad to raise my voice above talking level for it.
I mean, I'll do a little frustration battle. I ain't gonna lie, but that's as far as I'll go. I'll go. It depends on the shoe.
I'm not about to have no shouting match with no other man about some shoes you don't want to give up, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. Hey, keep them there.
You say that until you get where you've been looking for that grail that whole entire time, and now it's become like, yeah. You say, easier said than done, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Sounds good. Sounds good. Um, let's see. Karen K, you right? Red Devil Man says, "Coolin' Karen just touched down from work." Yes, Sirski. What's on feet today? Most definitely. Karen says, "Sounds good." What's up, everybody? Checks over strikes in the building. Jay Brooks says, "Cherry 13s." Okay, you got the Cherry 13s. That's nice. Those are nice shoes too, man.
Yeah, they are.
Most definitely, those are fire. Visualize says goldenrod dunks for me. Fire dunks. That's shoe. Jay Brooks checks over stripes. I wore the same kicks yesterday's classic. Okay, that's what's up. So you had the same things on. Fire Red 4s is what checks over stripes had. Okay, so we got two people that rock those.
Nice.
I need to add that to the collection, man.
Yeah, you said. Remember, you said that last week when we.
Yeah, I need to look.
You got copywritten. You got that flag. Remember, you had them on on video. You're like, oh man, I need to add those. But yeah, definitely for sure they need to be added.
Most definitely need to add those. Karen K 350 blacks, compacts, busy Aaron and Gym Day. Okay, that's what's up. Manu with the kicks, off-white Air Force One low Brooklyn from me. Sheesh. Okay,
you got him. So he's actually got him already, huh?
Yeah, I mean he in New York though, and he got Flight Club and stuff like that.
Exactly. So it makes sense. How much did you get him for, Manny? That's a good,
Hopefully he got a good deal on him. I think Manny got a plug in Foot Locker. I mean not Foot Locker, but
somewhere.
No, he got a plug at Flight Club, I think.
Okay.
Checks over
way.
Strike. Yeah, either way.
Nice shoe.
Most definitely. Checks over strike says got my metallic sixes, silver sixes, 10.5, couple months early. Okay. Sheesh. Okay.
Ooh, man, he got the calm before the storm, huh?
Yeah, he definitely did. And let's see. Menor Kick says congrats, checks over strikes with the LOL. But what I had on feet today, I'm not gonna say, let's just say if everything goes right, video dropping Monday, and then I got a follow-up video that's gonna be even crazier for that one. But that's gonna answer the question. I plan on answering what I had on feet today, because y'all don't even know I got it yet. That will be answered in Monday's video. I don't want to give it away. And I will say this: it ain't the sneaker that y'all thought it was. So it ain't the sneaker I've been talking about that I've been going back and forth with that guy about. But it definitely was a sneaker. I think we've mentioned it before. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it on the low, man. I ain't gonna even say the silhouette or nothing. I don't even want to get y'all like, not at all. Let's see. Checks over strike says got my sixes from 20 from 220. Okay, that's not bad. Shipped. Okay, that's actually right at that's like what retail, man.
Yeah, what they should be.
Yeah. Man with Kick says I pay 1,000. Okay, makes sense.
Oh, yeah, still not a bad deal.
Yeah,
considering what they're gonna go up.
Most definitely. So it's kind of one of those. Yeah, you know, that's actually probably a good deal.
You got them right at where you want them.
Yeah, that's probably you know what I'm saying. And that some sneakers just one of those. That's gonna be one of those shoes, you know. Karen K says street vid showing the fit. I hope Jones suspense, huh? Yeah, definitely suspense. Says street vid showing the fit. I hope. It ain't no fit bit. I probably should do a fit. Actually, what I bought it shoe because I explained it. What I even bought it for. I probably should just do a fit video. Like show y'all a full fit. Oh, and I am gonna start doing weekly sneaker rotations. I'm gonna try to get one filmed for this coming up week, just weekly sneaker rotations in the video, just kind of getting my concept together of how I even want to film it and edit it. I know it's going to be like an on feet video, but I just want to see how I want to incorporate it. If I'm going to do a voiceover, little thoughts that's going in the back of my head, guys, just FYI for that. Let's see. Man with the Kick says, did you get the Georgetown 85 Jordan 1? I told y'all, man, we're going to wait till Monday. They playing with me on that shoe, though, so I'm just going to go ahead and say no. It's not that. And it ain't gonna, y'all not going to get it. But I will say this. I did make this person tried to play me. I got frustrated about the situation because you can get them right at, it's slightly above retail, but guy didn't want to sell me. And long story short, dude said he didn't want to sell me the shoes because he's hoping the price to go back up. But if they don't, then he'll let me have it at what I asked
for. This is the second guy that you were dealing with, right?
This is like a third.
This isn't Mr. Tug of War.
No, this is a whole nother. No, this is a whole nother person, a whole nother shoe.
Because you mentioned him before too, where you said that you got another guy that's kind of playing around too. And I think that you said that you mentioned last week that he hit you back and said that he give it to you for what you originally offered.
Yeah, that guy can. Yeah, he whatever. He tried to throw me another offer. We still playing tug of war on that one. But yeah, this is a whole nother different shoe, whole nother setup. Those Georgetowns. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what that. It's a different ball game. But I don't anticipate them going up. He's trying to play the whole game. But I could tell that he the way I messaged him and stuff like that. He could tell I knew. So he didn't. We didn't.
Mhm.
He just kept it 100. He didn't even bother trying to make any wiggle room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Checks over strike says JJ, you pick up any fire red threes today. Anybody pick up today at Classic? Thank you for bringing that up. Checks over strikes. Me and Dunks had this argument earlier. I said that Dunks hit me and said that he was surprised that the fire red threes sold out, and I instantly hit him back, and I'm like, why? It's like it's a OG. It's like a shoe that Michael Jordan actually worn, and Dunks is like, I didn't get that memo, so I'm like, just we gonna sound off in the chat on this one, man. I just want to know, can we agree that like certain shoes that we know if Jordan played in them, we just gotta grab those guys, man. That's just my opinion about it. And to answer your question, checks over strike, here it is right here, man. I secured the W today, man. The kids secured the W on these guys right here on the fire red threes, man. Smash that like button if y'all were able to secure a pair, man. I honestly, I had so much going on. That's why I even made the thumbnail of this live early, because I was like, yo, I had so much going on today. Like, I entered them and just kept it moving, and then I just saw my payment was pending, but I didn't even. I just waited for the notification. So honestly, like I said, it's one of those. I'm glad I got them. Classic shoe. I love red. I got a fit already in mind. In fact, think about it. Fire red threes with the Supreme white tee. I can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of those shoes. I feel like you got to have it. But y'all sound off about those threes. Y'all think that's like the shoes that Jordan actually played in when they retro those joints, man? Even though it's not all the way exactly like his, I just feel like that as just a natural like sneakerhead. I feel like that's just a shoe you just gotta grab. You know what I'm saying? Just cause. You know what I'm saying? But y'all sound off how y'all feel about it. Dunk said he didn't know, because Dunks, I'm learning a lot more about Dunks more and more as I ask him about some of the shoes that he really, really liked, man. Not a bad thing, though. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Let's see. Jay Brooks says checks over stripes. Sure did, man. Must cop sneaker. See? Dunks. See?
I'm not saying nothing. Yeah.
Soldier Dad said that sucks. I didn't get the reservation on the app. It wasn't. It was. I think it was like a first come first serve. I don't remember. Manuel Kick says he planned the whole game and end up keeping them. Yeah, that's he trying to do that. Checks over strikes. Nike Air on that ass, and it's gonna sell out. Facts. Tell them again for the people in the back, man. That was my thing right there with it, man. When I saw that, not only that, and they got the cement part actually right, and they got the Nike check on the back. Like, what more do you want? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's basically my thought on the process. I was like, that's why I wasn't even on the fence about it. I was like, what more do I want them to do? I have to go for this one. I can't skip this one. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely had to secure that, man. Manuel Kick says that's the reason I caught my fire reds early. Yep. Congratulations, Jones. Appreciate it, homie. Checks over strike says congrats on the dub. Yes, sir. Jay Brooks says, I knew that shoe was gonna sell. I knew that shoe wasn't gonna sit. It actually retro that he played in. Thank you. See, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like an unwritten rule. If you know he played in the shoe, I feel like no cap. Like, this is a thing. Maybe for the hype beasts and all that didn't know that, they probably didn't grab it. But I feel like a lot of the original sneakerhead collectors came out for these guys. You know what I'm saying? We had more people than the actual just hype beasts or people that are just in it for the most current sneaker. There was a lot going on with that shoe. That's why I gotta have it. Congratulations, Jeremy, on the W from Rachel. Thank y'all, man. Bizarre says, agreed, Jeremy. I had a feeling they would sell out. I skipped on them, but congratulations on the W. Thank you. Review and on feet. Even though I know there's probably like 20 of them out there, I'm still gonna drop mine anyway. And yeah, definitely gonna be in the kids sneaker rotation, and probably a little bit more time to wear them because we right in fall. But I'm pretty much gonna probably rock them a couple times, and then next summer though, that's probably gonna be my next summer shoe where I just feel like I'm gonna be in it all the time, man. And I just love threes in general. I know Dunks just now kind of became like a 3-person. He wasn't really a 3-person, but I know they're starting to rub off on him now as he starts to see, you know, the
Yeah.
possibilities with that shoe. You know what I'm saying? Um, so Dad said yes, especially with that Nike on it. That's what I'm saying, man. Check So Strike says I caught my threes damn near a month ago during your release. I did, however, get a dope ass Bulls hat that elephant print brim today at Champs. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. J Rod in the building says why is sneaker still holding my early access Fire Reds hostage? I don't know, man. I don't. I know we can expect some shipping. I'm gonna say this. I've already heard the stories on sneakers too, with people who've been buying shoes. There's been a delay at shipping and stuff, and I mean, in their defense, we see why. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I've seen that across the board as well. So we got to cut them a little bit of break. I feel like on that one. Jay Brooks says Nike Air on that ass, pal. Mike Rich voice. I mean, basically, man. But let's touch into this SneakerCon Salt Lake City shooting, man. That was cool running through the chat real quick, man. Definitely appreciate it. And I think y'all gonna be very surprised on both of the videos I drop. I know I'm dropping them both next week, man. So y'all just check them out. Let me share my screen real quick and we're gonna touch on this. We're gonna touch on this shooting, man. Here we go right here. The SneakerCon Salt Lake City shooting, man. Now, says police arrest third suspect. So they've got 3 people, I guess, that caught outside of the SneakerCon. So I guess we got to do an update. I think I'm going to roll backwards on this joint. Let's see, because I think, yeah, it looks like they got the last update was on the 7th. So let me see. If I go back from here, it should probably tell like what's in the beginning. But you know what? I'll read it just as is. It says Salt Lake Police Department reported the arrest of the third suspect, and they got his name, and I'm not even finna attempt that. I guess he goes by Nunu. Interesting. According to the police, the 18-year-old is a alleged person who shot and killed Knight. There's your answer,
Wow.
Devin. So somebody is dead. Yeah. Yeah. So that killed that question for you off rip. RIP to that person. Our homicide detectives have detected more than 100 hours to this case, Chief Mike Brown said in the press release. Although we haven't made these 3 key arrests, we have made these 3 key arrests, our investigation is still very much ongoing because of the commitment of our homicide detectives, patrol officers, and specialty units. We now have a better understanding of what unfolded on Saturday afternoon. I want to reassure everyone who lives and works and visits Salt Lake City that our police department is unwavering in our mission to help keep our community safe. Okay, so maybe they have details on what actually happened now, because like I said before, when it first came out last week, I didn't want to touch it because I knew there was going to be more to stuff to grow.
Yeah.
Salt Lake City Police Department has reported the arrest of the second suspect. Okay, so the second suspect is a Joshua Roek in connection to the shooting. Wonder how this all ties in. The 21-year-old admitted to being involved in the aggravated robbery and removing items from the victim after he had been shot and was on the pavement, according to probably cause statement. Okay, so they basically shot the guy and took his stuff. Weird. Let's see. Apparently, Roak is on probation in Alabama on a previous felony charge. Police said the man had told his probation officer he planned to rent a car and drive to Alabama Monday. Court documents say. Okay, Salt Lake City Police Department has identified the third suspect, 18-year-old Nunu, and he is a large police said. Okay, so the other guy, the second suspect, he's already on probation. And he's admitted to be, but he's not the shooter apparently. So he's the person that was just, I guess they work together. It takes 3 people to shoot one guy and steal his stuff.
Well, they're probably all there together, so they're all gonna, probably get charged together.
Yeah,
They're gonna assume they all know what happened.
true. I mean, unless one person just owns up to everything and try to let the other 2 out. I've seen that. Rarely happens.
That's an altercation between 4 different people.
Yeah. 22-year-old these are some interesting names, was arrested on September 4th, a day after the shooting took place, according to police. Bulk allegedly was part of the group that shot and killed 41-year-old. Wow, this man was 41 years old, man.
These
And
were 21, 18-year-old kids, man.
yeah, 18 to 22-year-old kids shot a 41-year-old man, is how I'm reading this. In Florida on September 3rd, approximately at 3:19 p.m. According to the KSL, Knight's friend told police that they travel across the U.S. where they attend sneaker events and play shell games to defraud people out of money. They flew to the Salt Lake City to attend a SneakerCon at Salt Police. Okay, so they do that. Okay, so Knight, so Knight is the person who travels through the events and plays the defraud game. Interesting. So I'm guessing the younger guys were there attending it, and I'm gonna read on. But from what I'm getting now, you see how it's painting the picture. Now we reading it this way. Think about it. The 41-year-old, we trying to feel at first. I'm not saying RP to him because nobody should be getting killed, but apparently, from what I'm reading, he's the guy who travels to all the sneaker cons trying to trick people out of stuff. And I'm guessing the young bucks wasn't having it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And let's just be honest, you know, they're the generation under us now, Dunks, and not taking the shots at them, but you know how we was when we growing up, we would most likely fight it out and then probably be friends tomorrow or be cool tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You know, we don't seen that happen at our school personally where somebody got beat the brakes off of, but then they come back to school, they was cool and wouldn't let nobody else pick on them, you know. But now, man, the
now
generation,
just, hey, you know, your problem, they take care of it. Just
like
no more, no more problems.
Exactly. So I mean, that's kind of messed up if you think about it. I mean, but still, I mean, I'm just assuming those three young bucks couldn't jump that 41-year-old man and get their stuff back.
Yeah.
You know, but I guess but you know, they don't fight now, man. That's the difference. I hate to say it, but they don't.
You know, it used to be fist over fire. You know.
Yeah, you know, it's just like, hey, you and you're not gonna win every fight, and you know you're not gonna lose. Although I know some people who can claim they probably won all the fights they ever been in. I'm not talking about you, but I've been around people that I didn't go to school with, like just working other jobs. They would talk about their fights and stuff, and they're like, man, I ain't never lost a fight. And I'm like, and you must ain't fought too many people, because even if you didn't win, it's somebody that gave you a run for your money where, you know, let me put it this way, even if you won, you don't probably want to fight them again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody had you sweating before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And one of the people I'm thinking of is my own cousin. He was like that, and then he caught a nice knockdown, and people let him know that you eventually somebody can handle you. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let me read the arrest. Let's see. Arrest documents state that one of the murder suspects lost money to Knights because of the shell game and became angry. How did I know?
It's almost like telling on itself. You can see.
Yeah. It says Bulk and two other suspects started to fight Knight and tried to get their money back when the shooter pointed the gun at Knight's chest and chased him until he fell to the ground. The shooter kicked Knight and shot him to the chest. Woo!
Yeah.
So it's like, if I was there, I'm assuming it's like his homie played, he realized he got scammed, and then he was arguing with him, and then I guess other homie just said, I got you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm getting. It says police are still looking for leads on the remaining suspect. Damn, there's more people for one guy. I mean, I'm assuming he probably got, if he running this game.
I mean, people you think are involved, you know? I mean, like I said, once again, just like the whole Memphis thing, this thing could go farther than everybody thinks.
I'm thinking that those people were like the last straw, but probably if other people were involved, that means he probably screwed other people in the card game. And you know, and word spread around where like all it took was like one person to catch on, and word spread around, and it's like, hey, he did that to me too. And he's like, hey,
or what if a regular to the sneaker events was there and noticed him?
Well, apparently the people who put on the SneakerCon been knowing of, not necessarily probably knowing what he's doing, but I know because they admitted that he travels around and does this from SneakerCon to SneakerCon, and apparently he's been doing it for quite some time. He's not even affiliate with SneakerCon. He just be keeping up with their dates to go run the thing. So
and I guess who's there. He knows there's like people with money there, kids there, that he could probably think that he could outsmart.
Yeah, and I'm assuming the people who run SneakerCon has to have seen this guy. Now, whether they talked to him or told him to stay away is a different story. But I mean, if he's outside of it in on the public area, I mean, it's kind of free game at that point.
Yeah, if he's outside the convention, then yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can't just
but
make
I mean,
somebody
but also
on
you gotta
public.
consider how far out from the grounds do they consider outside of their limits.
True. But if he's on public property, I mean, you can't make him leave. You know, it's one thing if he's inside the private event, which he wasn't, but
Or
he
in the
left.
parking lot.
Yeah, he's on public property at that point. You know,
I
what can
mean,
you, what can you can't make him leave, but maybe put a warning out because I know they got a whole. I've been to Steam so they got a whole DJ. They should kind of put a warning on it, but I kind of is like one of those use at your own risk. Maybe they didn't. I just refuse to believe they didn't know that the guy was scamming. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, like you say, they know of the guy. They know that he's a traveling scammer. That's what we're gonna call him. They know, like I say. So I mean, it should have been something done a long time ago, like have him like 86 off the premises. If he comes back around, just have him put out every time he tries to show up. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he meant his fate that day.
Yeah, but maybe they can't do nothing because he gets within so many feet of the event, and he's on public property at that point. So I mean, at that point,
I
it's
mean,
up to
yeah, he's probably trying to hustle somebody going in or somebody coming out.
going out. Yeah, yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. So I mean, is what he doing really illegal?
Well, no, it's not illegal, but like I say, to get inside the head of a criminal again, I'm
Oh
gonna
boy,
assume I'm gonna assume that he probably tried to say, "Hey, you want to make some extra cash before you go up in there? Just come on, just play me in this quick game. Hey, all right, I'll play you for your shoes. Something of that nature, something to try to get them in the door,
and
entice them.
people are that gullible.
18 to 22. If they see this guy, he probably had money right there to make it seem believable, like you could actually win it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, like I say, at 18 to 22, if you're at an event where heavy money is being spent, and you got a guy who's saying, for let's say $10, you could flip that to $1,000. You know what I'm saying? And you're going
yeah.
inside this event where your shoe that you want could possibly be in there. So yeah, I mean, like I say, not even say 18 to 22. You still got people that's 40 that would take that deal.
Wow. I mean, I would hope. I mean, he's 41 doing like. I wonder how long he's been doing this because I heard he's been
I
out since
mean,
like.
clearly he's been traveling to these events doing it. So I'm gonna say he's probably in his 10 year of it. At least.
I wonder how much he actually make. I mean, is it really work? Because think about it, unless he's driving from city to city with them, in his own vehicle. Like, how much is he really scared? That's what I want to know. Like,
He's probably some guy who got scammed back in the day, at a SneakerCon, and now he just wants to take it out on everybody else.
how much you think he's making out doing this though?
I mean, considering that he can afford to stop his regular life to travel to these events and do stuff like this, I say he got to be making something that's making it all worth it. You know what I'm saying?
We got to put a number on it. What you would say?
Just say at an event, I say he's probably taking anywhere probably towards 10,000.
And then it's like, is he getting it all money or is he getting it in shoe? I think he's probably collected in product. Maybe what if he's doing
I'm
that?
sure because you gotta think some people are only going up there with product, to
So
try to
he basically
trade,
trying to get
sell.
free shoes.
Yeah, he's taking any and all donations.
Wow.
So then he'll just go. Then once he gets what he needs, like the money, whatever, he'll probably go into SneakerCon, buy shoes or sell the shoes he just got. And I mean, honestly, there's nothing he could literally sell the shoes in their face, buy the shoes with the money that they just that he just won from them in their face, and they can't do anything about it. So that, and then he takes that shoe and then he goes to sell it or does his thing with it.
Interesting. Like this is crazy. Like I don't. To me, it just wouldn't be worth it. But I mean, apparently it is because I mean he's
I'm
doing it.
saying it's got to be worth his time. If he, like I said, if he can stop his normal day-to-day life to travel to these events, to run that risk that he just, to run
Now
that risk and meet the fate he just met, then it must have been worth it for him.
he just got the see these young, but see like when it was our
Yeah,
generation.
he just did the right ones this time. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to say it. The whole situation sucks, but it's kind of one of those like our generation would have been like, whatever, man. We probably
That's I just want to say. I think our generation knew how to take a loss.
we'll take it. Worst case scenario, if it was that bad, we would have probably fought like me and you or something. We probably would have worst case scenario jumped the guy.
Yeah, exactly. But
You know,
I mean, like I said, you see how the community is already on saltine crackers anyway, and you got to think with, like I said, then with how the economy is right now too, you can't be really playing with people or their money.
fact, and that's what it
Everybody
was.
not gonna deal with it. Just
Yeah,
like off topic with Mr. Sauce Walker, but that's for a difference. That's for okay. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
You know what I'm talking? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
So
surprised you ain't bring it. A funny right before I started the live, I was just catching up on the academic side of the story.
okay, good.
Yeah,
So you see what I'm saying? Like, come
yeah,
on. Even though we could discuss that one, a little later. But like I'm saying, so yeah, some people just not gonna go for it, man.
yeah. These young bucks are different now, man. Like I said, we would have just, hey, man, stop. Like I don't think we would have shot. Like I said, worst case scenario, we would have fought them.
I mean, he would have got a good punch in the mouth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, and like, especially if it's like me and you there, it's like I
Mm-hmm.
would have felt more enticed to go for it, fighting him because I know, like, well, I know you see why I'm mad, and he kind of could have did the same to you. I feel like you would have backed me up if you saw that he would have been able to get the best of me.
Come
So,
on now.
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, because we've been in this scenario before, but I had to push Dunks off. Like, I had to call Dunks off because we was like when me and Dunks go back too long, man. One time we was in a scenario, somebody was coming for me, and they was out of pocket. And given the scenario where we was at, like me and Dunks could have really, if I'd have let, because Dunks was ready to go way more than me, because I was still shocked over what happened, and I was like, nah, man, just let it go. But Dunks was like, man, this was the one he truly deserved. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. I know what you're talking about, and to this day, hey, still to this day, what is it? 20 years later, hey, if you're watching this, hey, you come on, you know you was wrong, and it's still on.
And I think he was kind of me and that person later on in life, because this was in school, man. This happened in middle school, and man, we went to high school with this dude. He actually kind of got kind of cool with me, but he probably don't even remember it. And he probably didn't know no better versus now. Not defending him because what he did was wrong. You know what I'm saying? At the end, I don't know if I had provoked the dude, but it didn't need to go to that level.
No.
Yeah. Like I don't even remember. But
man, can we just like go back to the days of when dudes had guns, but as far as they went was a pistol whip?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
Just go back to those days, like where everybody knew you had the gun, but they knew that the most you were gonna get out of it was that butt get slapped across.
I think what you're looking for is the days where people didn't do that until it was like a last resort.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying, that would for sure a last resort action. Like somebody, they give him a couple pistol whips, man. Send him to the dentist. All that money he won, he's gonna have to spend.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Worst case scenario. Yeah, I miss those days, low key. Where,
but as I say, losing something so valuable to you sets people off on different levels. So
most definitely. And I want to know what shoes they got him for. You know what I'm saying?
Was the slides, right? Didn't he say it was the Yeezy slides?
No, it didn't say it in this. If it, is, I may have to read. I'm gonna read on because I'm gonna read what the original. That was like the updated story, but
But
this
or was it the game, or was it over that game?
it was over the game. It was over the game, but I want to
Okay.
know because I'm assuming when the guy scammed him, he must have tried to get him
Oh,
for.
so
I'm
for what did people? What did he lose his life over?
Yeah, like what was he
Yeah.
like? What did he scam? I know it was over the card game, right? But I'm assuming once he beat the
Mm-hmm.
dude and whatever the deal or offering was, if it wasn't money and it was probably some shoes, and dude was about to come up, and then when dude probably walked off and thought about it, and think about it, he's ain't no telling how much stuff he got out there to entice
Mm-hmm.
people too. Because, like you said,
Yeah.
the guy already most likely had X amount in cash, and then I'm assuming he had other stuff of value as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
everybody like, man, you know what? Why not? I can come up. I can be, especially if the game appears to be simple, but it's kind of one of those. It's a trick.
Always, and especially if it's if it's something like that going on at any major event, that should already be throwing you red flags.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's like one of those, like you pick like, you know how you seen back in the day, and I don't know what it is because they didn't say the name of the game where I think it was called like 3 card Monty, where they
Yeah.
tell you to pick out the certain card and do and mix
Mm-hmm.
them up really, really fast. You can
Mm-hmm.
never find it. But and then the dude was always low key doing something with it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
I'm picturing.
different times, same formula.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'm sure
picturing.
it's still the same hustle, just different times.
Most definitely. And this is the original story. I'm going to read this one real quick. It says one person was shot and killed in Salt Lake City afternoon after leaving SneakerCon show. The show occurred outside. The shooting occurred outside of Salt Palace Convention Center at the SneakerCon approximately 3:20 afternoon, according to Salt Lake Police Department sneaker spokesperson. The victim was then shot in the middle of the street. It was not been reported that the victim attended the SneakerCon. So yeah, this is the original story. So we already know what happened. Officers arrived.
So clear that lets us know too that it happened off property, so we know he wasn't really breaking any SneakerCon rules.
Nah, he wasn't even a part of Sneaker. He just keeps up with the dates, which is public knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
and he just gets there on his own free will. To me, and like I said, I know what you're saying. Obviously, what he doing, he making some type of profit. He wouldn't be wasting his time. Just to me, I'm just like, man, I guess I'm thinking like I don't even have the energy, like
Yeah, but I mean, when you know the potential, then it kind of gets you out of bed, you know.
Yeah, this is true. Officers arrived to a very catastrophic scene, found the victim laying in the street in critical condition. They attempted life saving measures, and the victim was taken by ambulance to a local hospital where they died. The victim's family has been notified, but their name has not been released yet. But they got all that already. So, group of multiple suspects immediately fled in a vehicle. Oh, dang. I thought they waited around for the police, but the people who did it, they left. But they got them now. I guess they went on and turned themselves in. What I'm assuming, I'm hoping what they did.
Say this. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
What I'm assuming is they fled that vehicle. If they smart, they would have went and started looking for an attorney because they know they're gonna have to turn themselves in. But what was you
Mm-hmm.
about to say?
I was gonna say, or how do we know it wasn't a robbery gone bad?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if anything, he tried to rob,
No,
or maybe
that's
they
what I'm
just
saying.
tried to pick
Because it's
him
a group
because
of guys. It was a group of young guys, and like you say, he was traveling. And like I mentioned earlier, if people are regulars at these events, they've seen the guy and they know what he's about.
yeah.
So I'm saying maybe we had these guys trying to come up on him.
Yeah, but they said that they got mad at him over the gambling scheme that he was doing. So apparently, one of the guys had to attempt to play. I'm assuming they had to attempt to play the game with him.
Yeah, and then like I say, probably they tried to rob him back once their shit got taken.
Yeah, like that probably is multiple
Because they fled the
scenarios.
scene. Because if it
Yeah,
was a justifiable kill, you're gonna stay there and explain your side of the story.
right.
If you know you stood your ground, you're gonna explain that to anybody who asks. So I'm
Yeah,
saying it had to be something that went on with those boys, those men, you know, as to why they fled the scene instead of staying and explaining to the cops that, hey, this guy was scamming and took our money. So we took matters in our own hands. I understand the consequences, but we just, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Or you say, yeah, he
So
robbed me. Yeah, it's like you. I don't know who's to say what they was thinking during
Yeah,
all this.
exactly. I mean, it'll. I'm sure more will develop, but
Most definitely, it's like, well, that's. I mean, they got it all together, but I'm just
so
curious. I'm curious what the outcome is gonna be though. Like as far like, I mean, they
as far as
did
SneakerCon,
no SneakerCon ain't
oh,
finna get in
oh
trouble
yeah,
with
because
nothing.
it didn't really affect them at all. It really happened outside of what they had going on. They just so happened that it happened in that area and involving, I guess, some type of involvement. So it had to be, you know.
Yeah. So I'm talking about as far as the people that's done the three people that's don't turn themselves
Oh,
in. I
oh yeah,
mean,
they're gonna get some. They're gonna sit down for a minute for sure. I mean, at least for sure the guy who committed the act. Other two who helped, they're probably gonna get some time too. I say they're probably gonna be looking at probably no more than, I'm no attorney, but just saying no more than probably 5 years.
yeah, it's a possibility. Cause I'm curious, like, cause the guy who did it, I was gonna say if he could maybe get like manslaughter, like accidental death, but I mean, it said up at the beginning, like as the
Yeah,
story developed, it says that they chased the guy down.
mhm, yeah.
So you can't really put it down as a you can't. The
It
reason
was a
you
it was a intent kill, or I don't know how
yeah,
murders go either, but
but this is my thing. Like manslaughter is like when you kill somebody, but you didn't mean to kill him, or you didn't have an
mhm,
intent to kill him. You was just trying to defend yourself. That's
yeah,
kind of like a what Gucci Mane got.
mhm,
The reason Gucci Mane got the time that he had got what he did 3 years, and I think another additional 2 years on probation. But Gucci Mane said he did it in self defense because the guy came in to kill him, and Gucci, ducked down and just happened to hit the guy, and
mhm.
the guy went on and later on died. Gucci didn't. Maybe Gucci meant to attempted to kill the guy, but he didn't. He
The
said he
guy
threw it.
attempted to kill Gucci, and then
Yeah,
Gucci was just defending himself.
right,
Pookie.
right. But what killed Gucci Man? Well, I don't say that wrong word, but what ended up getting Gucci Man was basically because of who he is, and he was a felon, and you're not supposed to technically have a gun, apparently.
Yeah,
So
but even be
they
around firearms at the,
yeah, so they
or around
basically
anybody with them. Yeah.
yeah, and then so they asked Gucci later, they're like, "Yo, do you feel bad?" He's like, "No, I do not feel bad because that if I didn't do that, that man was going to kill me."
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and he still feels some type of way where he's like, "I don't feel like I should have got time for that." You know what I'm saying? They wondering why I got it. Is like, if I didn't have it, then what? Like
Hmm.
you can't beat, especially the guy already got it out at you. What you supposed to do?
Hmm.
But back to this one, it's like that's why I say you can't say this is an unintentional death, in my opinion, right? Because when
Yeah,
they
nah.
chased him down and he kicked the guy, it said it, up at the top, it said it. He rolled a guy over, to,
Hmm.
you know, maybe he didn't mean to take him out, but I mean, obviously he meant to. I don't know, obviously he meant to put him
Well,
down,
come on, man. You mean he didn't mean to take him out? If he knew, if whatever happened between them all, and tempers were flaring, and they, like I say, the guy was clearly running away from them, so he was clearly running to safety, and they still chased him. And this guy knew he had his firearm on him, so the intent was all the way there.
right? And then so you can't really argue. In my opinion, I don't know. I'm not an attorney or none of that. This is
Yeah.
just my opinion. But you know how like can you say the guy it's gonna be hard to say he felt the guy was a threat when he's running away from you.
Yeah, exactly. He's running to safety, and they're behind him.
Yeah,
They're
so that's
chasing him.
that's why it's always one of those you have to
So this is definitely gonna be a murder for sure.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I hate to say it because I'm trying to give guy where, I mean, but then
Hmm.
again, if he meant, you know what I mean, he had to know that was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah,
And
man.
like I said, my thing is y'all young bucks should have been strong enough to been able to whoop this old man and do what y'all need to do from there. Where at least at that point it can be dumbed down as like an assault charge. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
With a good attorney and some money, you can dumb down as an
Yeah.
assault charge. I don't think you needed to necessarily. I don't think they should have killed the guy. And again, I don't know how much money he took the guy for.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know
like I
that
say,
because
I mean, all that I'm sure we'll get, once the story develops more, but
yeah,
still a very unfortunate situation and a very unfortunate fate for all parties involved. But I mean, like I say, some shit you can't let slide, and some people you just some people just aren't gonna let shit slide.
yeah. This is
So
just yeah,
you just gotta be careful with who you're dealing with. If I mean, never judge. Obviously, you never judge a book by its cover, but if that man looked like he about business and he don't go for any foolishness, then just don't even, you know,
yeah,
just don't even mess with him. Don't even say hi. Like I say, if you,
yeah.
especially if you see a group of guys 18 to 22 that look like they're about business.
Well, he probably didn't. The guy probably wasn't thinking that deep. He just thinking about
I'm
doing.
just as a general rule in life.
Yeah,
I'm just
um,
saying, as a general rule in life, if somebody just looks like they don't want to be bothered or look like you don't play with them, then just don't,
this is true. This is true.
because they're gonna let you know how much they play.
This is a fact. Definitely a fact. Let me touch up on this story some more. Says a group of multiple suspects immediately fled in the vehicle. Read that one. Multiple agents across working to find the vehicle and the suspect. It was not immediately known whether there was more than one shooter, but they've already done all that. So we kind of already deal this, but I think I want to read the original story that was reported. And I think this is how I knew it was that 3-card Monty. Yeah, the altercation was not affiliated with our SneakerCon event, nor did the suspect 3-card Monty. That's what I knew it was called 3-card Monty.
Yeah.
Attended our event. Okay, wow. So I didn't think people were still. I think I'm just so shocked that people actually still even play this game.
Well, these. Like I say, these are 18 to 22-year-olds, man.
I'm,
That
yeah,
game has been out for how long? They don't know anything about that.
I'm just saying, man. Like, but
Like I
still,
say, and
like,
then that's it. At that, and like I say, and then in that moment when you see all that stuff, you're not thinking about uh, just that game from the 80s, 90s where everybody was getting their shit took. You know,
yeah, I guess maybe because we know, but like, I guess like, and they don't. I see what
and
you're
still,
saying.
even in the back of your mind, knowing that you know what that game is about, most people, not most, a lot of people are still going to, take that chance because like I say, everybody knows his life is 50-50.
I guess because me and you grew up and we heard about the game, knew about it, and we saw people play it, we know better. But I guess like it's like, man, it's like it's still like shocking to me that it's like, yo, y'all didn't really think like come, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
And the
still
thing
getting
is,
took for that shit, man.
yeah, like that's how I'm looking at it. It's like y'all. I'm not saying who was right or wrong in the situation, but it's like if me and you coming in or out of SneakerCon, I know me and you probably would have most likely looked at the guy and said, "Oh no, nah, man, we good," and we would have
Yeah,
talked.
exactly,
We would have probably talked shit about him on the way in, and
exactly.
then on the
And
way
out.
out, yeah, and on the
Is
way
this fool
out,
still out here?
yeah, basically that's what I was about to say. I guarantee you, when we would be leaving, you was gonna say those. I was gonna say that. I was like, I bet you $100. Like, as soon as we was leaving, you gonna be like, man, motherfucker still out here, man. Like it's bothering. Like I know you would say that because then I'm just like, I would, and me, I would probably, I know, right? And I was like, and then I know another thing you would say. I hope nobody ain't out here falling for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, I hope not. Yesterday, like I said, yesterday I had to pull somebody, one of my coworkers, we hung out. I had to pull him away from the street scammers. He almost fell for it. I'm like, come on, man, come on, because if you give them 10 seconds of your time, you will give them $10 of your money.
exactly. I that's why I don't even entertain. Even when I hit the
Exactly.
mall.
It's
Yeah.
the cologne people.
Yep, the mall people do the same thing and say, "Hey, you got
Oh
a
yeah.
second?" I'm like, "I sure don't." I'm like, "Nope, nope." I just keep it moving. And the thing is, if you stop and get, like you said, even a second, they're already trained to get you, like to grab your attention quickly. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, hey, I've never owned so many businesses in my life. I'm a boss. I'm a boss to every one of them. Hey boss.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying, man? I'm just saying.
That's them though. Like, hey, you got a quick second? Hey, let me holler at you. Hey, you got a quick second? Like, no,
I'm
like,
saying, I'm on so many businesses. Damn.
yeah, like, yeah. Hey, boss.
Yeah.
And then they got the shoe cleaning people. They got it is like one for everything
Yeah.
too. One dude they try to get me for like the beard uh oils and stuff. I'm just like, damn. Like I'm it's like hustlers. I respect it, but it's like and especially it's I feel like since they don't actually have a storefront and they got the little what is it like a booth? What is those little things in the mall called? Like
I got a kiosk.
yeah, they got a little kiosk. It's like I feel like if you get hired there, you can't be. I've seen some people that just don't care and don't do nothing, but I feel like that's one of the requirements. You have to have a hustle mentality, like you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
man.
God.
That you, you gotta have a hustle mentality, and I think you gotta like I don't know, man. You just gotta be I don't know mentally strong, man. You know?
Yeah, I can't. I don't think that would be a job I would be good at because I don't. You know, like
Mhm.
I'm not like a people person, so to speak. And it's like I know I'm not going to be there trying to say that it's the one that had the nails too, like the little nail shiner. I hate those ones. They be trying to get you
I've
save
never seen
thousands.
that one.
Oh, it's one here. They got like save thousands of dollars on your pedicure and manicures. I'm like, man, I don't. That's the
Oh
point.
wow.
I'm going there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going there. If I go to get a pedicure, I'm going there for the experience too. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to do it myself. I can cut my own nails, sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah. But I mean, he be going in. Yeah, they all do, man. So basically, I just know if we would have, and then he's been doing it apparently, like I said, since for like, I know at least since like 2015. So homie's been doing it for years.
He's probably he was probably up a couple, you know. He was probably up a couple racks, you know, off of that just doing that.
I just can't. To me, I just can't really feel like I can't really get into it, man. I can't really get into it. But I mean, that's like you said, the young bucks don't know, man.
Yeah.
They just don't know. But they know now. well,
Oh yeah.
I'll say this probably is not the right way to word this, but I mean, I don't think they're gonna have too many. Say we won't have to worry about that happening no time soon. You know,
Yeah. Nah.
so because I mean, it was just the same guy, and I don't. Even if he has a person that's willing to take his place, like you see how they are moving. Do you really want to come out here? You know, I don't know, man. Yeah, let me touch the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Sober Stripes
You
says,
hit the chat. I gotta step away for 1 second, okay?
"All right, cool. I'm
I'll
gonna
be
hit the
right
chat
back.
real quick. Okay, cool,
Okay.
cool, cool. Do your thing. Let's see. Um, we got let me touch chat real quick. Check Sober Strike says, y'all see the shoes sit? I love it. Most definitely, man. A lot of shoes are sitting, but I wasn't surprised about those three selling out. Um, Rachel says, my dunks were automatically refunded. Dang, that sucks, man. Sorry to hear that, Rachel. Sorry to hear about that. Let's see. We got Manny with the kick says that's good at least Rachel. I mean, yeah, at least you got your money back, but I'm probably Rachel. I'm assuming she really wanted those dunks, man. And that's understandable. I'm assuming you really wanted those dunks. And that's how I be, man. That's how I be sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But sorry to hear that, Rachel, because I know I remember you brought those up last live, and I know you was excited about it. But like I said, well, man, at least you got your money back. You know what I'm saying? Checks over strike says for the family, violence solves nothing. This is true, man. Violence should be something of definitely like a last resort, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Since Dunks has stepped away real quick, I'm just gonna put myself on the main screen real quick, and once he hops back. should be coming back. Give me like 2 seconds. There you go. Okay, cool. Dunks is back. So yeah, I was just reading through the chat. You ain't missed too much, homie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just reading through the chat. So just basically, like Manny with the kick says, something better will come positive in the near future because Rachel got her dunks that she had caught a W for. She ended up having to get refunded, so they canceled her order. Um, let's see. Checks over strike says got smoked over a game of 3-card Molly. Yep, basically. That's kind of sad, man. Ain't no kind of. It is sad.
It's
Rachel
not
says,
sad. I mean, it is, but it's not. Because, like I say, he ran that risk with people that just is just not going to take it, and that's what every interaction he had. He took that risk, so can't really say it is unfortunate, but you can't really say it's unfortunate because he knew the consequences of what he was doing.
you think so? Basically, you think he got what he asked for?
Yeah, he got what he had coming to him. Because I mean, everybody knows the ill intent behind that game.
Yeah, I was just hope. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't hope it would have been death. If anything, I would have
Well, no,
hoped.
I don't hope. I don't. Obviously, I don't wish death upon it, and I
Yeah,
don't wish that he died. But I say I
you're
wouldn't
not
call it
surprised
unfortunate.
about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it unfortunate, considering the consequences and the dangers that he knew that came with what he was doing.
Yeah, true.
There's,
Yeah,
anybody is gonna damn near kill you over their money.
yeah, because you got to put in a lot of work to get it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
your
man.
heart.
Like I said, a dime to a dollar. Come on,
Yeah,
people
so
not gonna play. People not gonna play
yeah,
about their money.
yeah, this is true. And some people just let it go. But you always gonna meet some people that's really when they say they really about theirs, they really about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I guess that we can say that's maybe the scenario here. Well, I know maybe it obviously is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Rachel says refund is okay, but rather have the shoe many. And exactly, Karen. So no shoe for me this week. Eh, yeah, that's what I figured, Rachel. Like I'm with Manny though, man. You're gonna get something better in the near future, man. With your luck, Rachel probably hit retail for the lost and found. That would be dope. I'm hoping they put out a lot of pairs of those, man. Um,
You don't think
yeah.
it's gonna be the million pair?
I don't know. We've got so much mixed. Somebody saying it's gonna be a lot of pairs. Some say it's gonna be limited. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, they don't know. They could be still making stock right now.
I
You know?
mean, and what do you, as far as resale? What would you see? Or are you gonna wait until you're gonna wait until you do your review on them to do your price scale?
To be honest, I'm gonna look. Let me see. I'm gonna pull them up and see what they're going for right now on the market, and then I can make a best adjustment on that. I think they're going for like a little over 1K, but I ain't even
Really?
really. Yeah, I haven't. Don't quote
That's
me. Don't quote
yeah.
me because I haven't looked personally because like ever since it's been pushed back, like we've been talking about it, but the last thing I did was look at the price on them.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull them up real quick and I'm gonna share them on the screen.
I was gonna say 700, maybe 600, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I only think StockX don't even have official picture of them yet, but I'm gonna share the screen so we can still see this. But yeah, StockX don't even have an official picture right now, homie. Only so like I don't honestly, it's kind of a little hard to tell, but this is it. Jordan 1 OG lost and found. Let's see, yeah. They're expected November 19th, 2022 now, according to StockX, but again, because they've been pushed back. So yeah, resale on these is pretty high, like 1,200 overall. Like we can say 1,300 on these overall. I knew they was going a little over 1K. And my
Do you
size,
see?
yeah,
Do you see
my
them staying there?
no. But my side, yeah, right at 12. Average sell on these is $1,200, right? If you want them early, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's if you go StockX, but if you look on Go and you know eBay, maybe you're gonna spend at least $1,000 and up right now on these. And
Yeah.
I do anticipate the price dropping on these, but it all depends on how many pairs is floating out there. I hate to be that guy, but if they are a hard obtainable shoe and they know the number, because the numbers are going to get out there how many been made. Nobody knows right now. I've heard it's going to be a lot of pairs. I've heard it's not going to be a lot of pairs. But I'm assuming is if it is a lot of pairs, this thing going to get back down to at least about $400
Yeah.
if it's a decent amount of pairs on there. I know the market gonna drop regardless when the shoe
Mhm.
drop. When the shoe come out, I'm assuming if the right numbers out there, it could go as low as 400.
And you know what? And I was gonna say that at first, but I wanted to give them a little love and say 600 or 700. But originally I was gonna say 400, but
Yeah, because like
600 or 700 seems pretty fair.
yeah, I say 400 at on the high end, like 400 to 500. And the reason I
Okay.
say that because reality is as dope as a shoe as this is, right? It still ain't the actual Chicago one. Like the concept is dope, is what we're liking right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Concept is dope. It's a fire shoe, but it's still not like an actual Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It is, but it ain't. Like it's been
Yeah.
reimagined, which is not the name anymore. It's been lost and found, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's the story. It's a Chicago one, so it's already got our
Usually, sorry, go on.
So Chicago one, it's a Chicago one red and white, so it's already got our attention off rip. We're looking at it because we're looking at they're going for that vintage look. Okay, we're kind of tired of it. But now that lost and found story that goes along with it, that
Hmm.
to me brought up the brownie points on it. Like where we was like, not a bad shoe, but we was on the it's like I feel like whether people want to admit it or not, a lot of us was on the fence about I'll be the first, but I'll speak for myself. I was on the fence about the shoe. Now I got the concept of the shoe, lost and found, the story behind it. Now I'm all in, and
Yeah.
that sometimes that just be the game on it. Um,
Hmm.
what was you gonna say?
Hmm. No, say, and like I say, it just helps. Like I say, that the box has this is something they've never really done with Jordan either, where they've kind of mixed two different boxes together,
Yeah,
just to
and
make it
then
almost like it's just you just found it just through like whatever boxes you had together, because you know what I'm saying.
yeah, and then it's kind of like that, like mom and pop story of like a hustler mentality story
Hmm.
too. So like all that stuff behind it too, where it's like these are some shoes where you didn't even really think you was gonna get access to or something like that. So like I said, the story behind these is immaculate, and I know that's what's really keeping it. That's what really brought it back up, which is dope. You can't really hate on that. So yeah, I know they're gonna hold value, but not on the level they are now, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
So I'll
Um,
probably say that 600. Let's just say that.
I'll say that's the tops. That's
Yeah.
like not being patient. Like I said, I'm assuming if you put in the right negotiations, a little bit of patience, wait for them to drop. I'm gonna say you 400 to 450 or 4 to 500, and on the high end of things is 600. But I anticipate them dropping as to 400. You're not gonna get them for anything. Again, this is all based on how many pairs is floating, how many pairs Jordan Brand put out there. If it's a lot of pairs, we can go a little bit lower, which I'm assuming they still gonna sit at. Yeah, I still gonna sit at 400. I don't care how many pairs they put out. It's not gonna be anything less than 400. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's just how I feel about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it 100.
Yeah.
Um, Let me touch the chat again. Um, Manny with the kick says, remember, I'm a size 11. Rachel says, LOL, Manny, I hope my luck is that good. Let's see. Manny with the kick says, watch, Rachel. LA, man, I'll manifest it for you, most definitely. Checks over Stripe says, I'm gonna keep it real. Those 3 card Monty guys be thirsty as fuck and super aggressive. This don't surprise me. Can't beat somebody out of stacks and expect to walk away every time. This is true. That's basically what Dunks is saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't beat nobody out of, yeah, you can you've been doing it for quite some time, but like you said, he ran into the right group, so to speak. You know, he ran into the right group and they're like, hey, you know, and and then you got to think about it too. No disrespect, Florida and New York. and apparently Memphis now, you know what I'm saying? Those guys aren't getting down. They're getting down now. You know what I'm saying? They're
Hmm?
not thinking twice. They just,
Nope.
and I'm not, I hate the stereotype, but in those areas specifically, they, you know what I mean? Like, they, you know what I mean? And they no telling how hard they work for them. I'm not trying to defend them and say what they did was right, but you know, like, you got to put your mind in their concept too, where like, he's just as, they was probably wrong for taking a dude's life, but he's just as wrong for playing them. You know what I mean? I mean, two
Yeah.
wrongs don't make a right, but yeah, man, that's yeah. So I feel you on that one. Checks over stripes. Karen K says at checks over stripes, you're never gonna walk away with a win. To be honest, it's crazy. It's never good when you're playing them games. See, yeah, I already knew, but see, like I said,
Hmm.
I just hate that the young bucks didn't know the game. You know what I'm saying? Um, Jay Brooks says 3 car Molly has been around longer than the suspect who shot the guy. Folks
Yeah.
been getting took by the game forever now. That's a fact, and that's why I said I'm surprised they didn't know. You know, it's a old, it's
I'll say it's a game that was out before they were even born.
yeah,
They're not
like
just checking for no 3 card Monty,
yeah.
Wally, whatever it's called.
I've heard Monty Molly, but you know we on the same concept. But yeah, like you're right. They don't. If you don't know what to look for, then yeah, you know they. I mean, to
All they
me,
saw was a hustle and that somebody got took.
yeah, and it was them, and they wasn't having it. But it's like,
Yeah.
dog, you that's like going to the casino. You know you're gonna lose more than you win half the time. I mean, yeah, one
Hmm.
person may win every now and then and come up on a lick, but I'm pretty sure when they
And that's
factor it
obvious,
out,
and that's the story that they have to sell to make to draw the attention, to draw the crowds, to make this, to sell the story. So
yeah.
same concept,
So you, cause you in Vegas, so I'm surprised you ain't out there, you know, coming up
man.
trying to get rich on the casino market, man.
Man, come on, man. I'm not falling. I'm,
That's
I'm not
but
falling
see
for those
this.
traps, man.
We grew up, yeah, we grew up knowing better though. You know, I hate to
Yeah,
say we grew
yeah.
up knowing, and I'm not judging these young bucks either, but it's kind of like we already grew up knowing to like, hey, at least think about it. You know, if it don't really, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Do you really want to? I think our generation wasn't. We had a few gamblers, but now you know, like we didn't play with our. We was taught to never play with our play with our hard work like that. So I don't know, man.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't, you know, I guess because that's basically all homies doing is like he's. I mean, like I said, what he's doing is not illegal, but you just met your match that day, man. I hate to say it, but yeah.
Hmm.
Um, Jay Brooks says a 3 car money long enough read that one. Rachel says I seen a guy get the brakes beat off him at a Greyhound station in STL about 3 car money. Yeah, see, that's what that most likely would have been probably what me and Dunks would have did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly. You
saying?
see what I'm saying? People are not gonna play, man. They're not gonna fall for
Yeah.
that hustle.
Yeah, because I can only imagine where it's like but I have a feeling you would have tried to pull me away from the situation if you saw me getting
Yeah.
sucked into the game, and I would have tried to do the same. We would have tried to avoid the whole situation in general. But again, we different generation than this coming up generation. So yeah, I mean, and that's another thing with them coming up, man. Like I said, they just really not saying they're tougher than us. They're just not. They don't even think about it. You know what I
I
mean?
would say they're more aware.
Yeah,
They're like very much more aware and very more in tune with things. Like they're
yeah,
not just like you, just not gonna get over on this generation like that,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Now, that's probably yeah. That's probably the best way to put it because it's like they not playing, man. And like I
They
said,
saw they saw what their parents went through, what their grandparents went through. So I think the generation now is as dangerous as it's ever been, but it's also more aware than it's ever been.
yeah, true. So it's I don't even know how to really take it, man. I mean, I can't say they like the super tough guys. They just quick. They just more on it, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a gift and a curse. Um, Rachel says at J Brooks, especially my mom knows about 3 card Molly and she is over 60. Okay. See, yeah, the game just been around so long, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Tech Social says house always wins. Yeah, that's what they basically said. But I never
Always.
liked, yeah. Rachel says, but I never liked how SneakerCon promotes the whole coin flip stuff. It breeds gambling and scams. Yeah, they kind of do their own little thing inside there. But I mean, hopefully that one is
But
legit.
that's done under legal circumstances, you know,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
which like I say, people are aware of and they take their chances. This was just on some street shit that had
went
that
went bad.
that runs by the street law
Yeah,
and like I say, street rules are the street rules, and it was dealt with how it was dealt with, and that's just you know
yeah. That's how the game go, man. Manny with kick says facts. Rachel and Got Soul, so they do these at all the events. Okay, Manny with the kick says I might go to Got Soul in Boston and do a video to see if they're UA in the building. Well, if I'm a betting man, I'm almost positive there's a pair of UAs in there, Manny. But yeah, go ahead and put it on video for us. Um, Checks over strike says I just made chicken nachos with sweet spicy chili Doritos. Fucking fire, fire, fucking fire. Okay, sheesh. We got chef.
yeah, yeah.
We got
Sharing.
chef checks over stripes in the building, man.
Well, I'm
Whipping it
saying.
up. Sheesh. Okay. Karen K says, at Manny, I hope you go. I'd love to see it. Yeah, definitely put it on video, man. I kind of low key wish I would have went in a SneakerCon when it was here, but it is what it is. I don't think Got Soul's done an event in my area just yet. Um, those events, man, always I know if I go, I would just go just to check it out. I highly doubt I would just buy anything. Unless it's just something I really, really, just really wanted. Checks over strike says I own multiple guns, but they never leave the house. Gotta protect my kicks. Okay, sheesh, you gonna have, but I
Hey,
feel like
it'll be funny if it would have put kicks parentheses kids. you know.
yeah, that would have been even more funnier. Yeah, I just look at this like I'm all for firearms, and I feel like everybody should have one. For self defense purposes only. I don't think you should just go around and the stuff that we've been seeing floating around these last
Yeah,
couple weeks.
it's
Just
just the access. Access is just too easy.
yeah, I mean, true.
I
Because
mean,
in my
can we
area,
just be like England and just have knives?
I mean, at the end of the days, I've seen some people do some reckless with that. I mean,
Yeah, no, yeah. Honestly, anything is a weapon if you want it to be.
I about to say, yeah, you. It depends on what you want to do. I know what you're saying. The guns are somewhat more dangerous, but I just feel like this. I'm all for having a firearm, but you need to be responsible enough with it. You know, maybe like I said, your worst case scenario, if that would have been me and you back in the day in that situation, and if I saw where even if me and you jumping him, he was still kind of getting the best of us, I would most and I if I had the thing on me, I would most likely pistol whip the guy against the head first to slow him down.
Yeah,
I'll most likely take a pistol. If he's on, say, like he getting the best of me or something like that, you got it on you. I would see you would probably, knock him out with the gun just to get him, slow him down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and then we just stump him out and get the hell out of there. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I don't think it's one thing if he's,
They don't wake up confused, like what the hell just happened.
yeah, like, yeah, he got me, but we got him back, but like shooting him, like, you know what I'm saying? I think when you shoot somebody, I feel like it should be like, it was either you felt like it was your life or theirs,
Yeah,
like a true
I
self
agree.
situation where it's like, yo, if I didn't do it, and I hate to keep using Gucci Man as an example, but it's basically what he was saying. Even though he had to do time and he didn't get charged for murder, he got charged for manslaughter, unintentional death. It was still a self-defense act. And so anybody who doesn't know what manslaughter is, it's basically unintentional death. It's like, yes, you killed a person, but you didn't have the intent to kill him and you wasn't trying to. They just happened to die. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it's a gray area with this one, where maybe with a good attorney he could probably argue manslaughter, or maybe he didn't mean to kill him because he only hit him one time. Well, as far as I don't think that's been out there, but I'm assuming
Well,
he
no,
only hit.
because like you say, they chased him down, and would you say they held him down? Right? You said.
Yeah, they chased him down, and homie was on his stomach. I'm assuming, and they rolled him over. So at that point, yeah, you knew what you was doing. You know, like I
So
don't know. I'm not an
so
attorney.
exactly. So for one, they they chased him down. For two, they had him down on his back. For
Yeah,
three, the two other friends held the guy down or kicked him or whatever that you mentioned earlier they did. And for the nail in the coffin, he shot the guy
yeah.
while he
So
was on the ground defenseless.
yeah, so that's my thing. That you're right. When you put all that in there, it's gonna be hard. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's gonna be hard to. In my opinion, it's gonna be
The
hard
best
to.
thing that they can do is not say anything
Yeah,
because they
that's
won't
what.
give their lawyer any room.
Yeah, but see, if the police is already they already got statements from the guys. The best thing they should have just did, turn themselves in, shut up, got an attorney. Because
Mm-hmm.
my thing is this, and I'm not, guys, and I'm not speaking off of experience, right? But and this didn't happen, but we're gonna put a hypothetical out there. If you're in a situation where you feel like you got to use the hammer, um, I hate to say this, unless you know it's a true full self-defense act and you have no choice, you got to go ahead and do what you got to do. But if you take it to that matter where you take the person out, you got to make sure that you say nothing absolutely positively only to your attorney so they can sell the
Yeah,
story. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
They don't put it all out there.
Even if you take a piece of gum, don't say anything.
Yeah, you just what you do once you go ahead and turn yourself in, that little statement that they supposed to read to you, and whether they read to you or not, it don't matter. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you can't say and will do be used against you in a court of law. Hence why I can spit that back verbatim. I've been through some legal things. So the best thing that I've learned through all of my legal situations is shut up. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
they don't know. You know, they're pulling up on the scene. Okay, cool. We got you on valence as you.
Yeah, exactly. You run up to them telling them everything already.
Yeah, you just made their job easier. So turn yourself in because by law, you have to identify yourself and then say you don't want to answer any other questions without an attorney. Even if you don't
Mm-hmm.
have one, you have the right to an attorney. That's the one thing they tell you. After they read that, you have the right to an attorney. So just tell them you would like an attorney. Honestly, just once you identify yourself, tell them you would like an attorney, you would like an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have when you talk to your attorney, that's when you can let it all out because y'all, when that little agreement y'all sign, he's not supposed to put your information out there. Even if you told him you did this, that, and the third,
So
his job is to get you out of the situation or for a the
yeah.
least amount of punishment he can. So
Mm-hmm.
you talk to him, let him know what's going on. If he's not spinning a story of like, hey, I can get you out of this, then you can look for another one. You know what I mean?
Well,
Now,
I mean,
but the
you
attorney,
can't really hope for that answer always because that's not always the answer they can give you.
right? But see, that's the
And
thing.
in this
Too.
situation, I don't see that being the answer.
Well, it could be.
For
Not
those two, for two of the guys, maybe.
not now because they already talked to the police. So really, there's nothing an attorney can really do besides get them the least amount of time possible. But say they had not said anything, they found the guys on video, they turned themselves in, they didn't say anything. This could have been an easily because they told the guys, forgive me, but the guy's dead. So dead people aren't allowed to tell their side of the story. That's why I say if
Exactly.
you're in a situation where you gotta feel like you're about to use your hammer, you gotta knock them off. Because it's the thing, right? I'm gonna do this, right? If you don't kill the person, do you really want you're gonna have to go to court whether you kill the person or not? You have to go to
Mm-hmm.
court. You're gonna stand in front of a judge. Do you really want to stand next to the person that you just attempted? You shot, but
Exactly.
you didn't kill.
What's the classic saying? If you pull it, you better use it.
Yeah, this is my thing.
You better not miss, right? This
Yeah,
is they say.
yeah, that's my thing. Yeah, because You got to stand next to that person. Do you really want them to tell their side? Because the thing is, do you really want to hear? This is the thing. How many times we seen people where it's like they lying, but you don't. But judge don't know who. Like, what if they got their side of the story? He got his side of the story. Somebody gonna over fabricate it because they want. Think about it. You're both standing up and you don't want to do any time. Mm-hmm. Your mind's gonna get, your brain's gonna go in the mindset of what do I need to do
survival
to get
mode.
out of this? Yeah, you're gonna be in survival mode. You know, man, know how they slice your dice. So this I say all to say, right? If you're gonna have it with you and you're gonna do that, you have to, if you're gonna use it and you finish your job like this situation, now you have to shut up. Mm-hmm. You have to shut up and you have to talk to your attorney. And then your attorney could say, well, we can say this was easy. Because the thing is, they flipped the guy over. They didn't shoot him in the back. They shot him up front. Y'all could easily say, like, you know what I'm saying? He was doing this, that, and that card game went this way instead of that way. The guy ain't here to say that, like, yeah, I screwed him. This is the thing. Hold on, let me finish. He ain't here to say, like, man, I just been doing this for years. I didn't really, he can argue where it shouldn't have led to a physical altercation, but now that he's gone, you could easily say, like, yeah, my friend actually beat him in the game and he got mad and attacked my friend, so I took him out. Who's gonna say they're lying? That guy's dead. But go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Okay. just another way we can look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But back to it. Yeah, what you just said. Yeah, he got over my friend. He beat him up, and so, but still, they could have let it go right there, but they chased him after he was running away. They shot him while he was down on his back. Well, he wasn't able to defend himself.
This is my thing. I saw in the article where there is surveillance footage, but if the footage is blurry and you can't tell the difference, they told the cops that story. That's why they talk too much. Had they shut up, and not, the thing is, because your attorney only knows what you tell him. If the footage is blurry, and then not because the attorney probably not going to hear the full story anyway. He's going to want your money. When it's time to tell your story, you don't tell him you chased him down. You don't have to tell him you chased him. That's just talking too much. You can tell him it's simple. The guy got over on my friend. No, my friend beat the guy at his own game. He got upset, punched my friend, and started beating the crap out of him. We tried to get him off, but he was really strong, so I had no choice but to shoot him.
Yeah, but I say it's that chase. It's that chase.
But again, they only know the chase because they told them. I didn't see how I just gave you a story. They could have.
Okay. No, I see what you're saying now.
It's too late now because they already said it. I know
that they chased them. Okay, I thought that the cops have already seen the surveillance that they were chasing him.
No, they still need to review.
So they told him. They
already
people.
They already don't snitch and told on them.
They're done, man.
That's where they messed up. That's what I'm saying. I know what you're saying. You thought the cop that's why they said there's still suspects out there.
That one guy that they're still looking for, right? The 18-year-old. That's the one who shot the guy, right?
No, I think he's turned them. So I think they got the 3 suspects, but I think they're still apparently there's some more.
They said there's a 4th one, yeah.
Yeah, so it's still looking for that guy, which I don't know why, because they already the hitman, the person who pulled the trigger, he already turned himself in. I guess he already knew.
If they were all there, they want to hear all sides of the story, and
Yeah, so I'm assuming when they got him in that interrogation room, they cracked, and
oh yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? But see, if they fled the scene, that's what y'all should have been having the conversation in the car already. Like, hey, y'all, man, we're not gonna be able to run. This is my thing. This, me and you, like, we try to flee the scene where I'm like, man, we ain't gonna be able to run forever. But it's just us. So we gotta have the same story if we gonna talk.
Yep.
I don't want to talk. You don't want to talk. But you gotta think they gonna separate them. Like if me and you in a situation, they're not gonna put us together and ask us the questions because I'm gonna feed off you. They separate them, and now you got to trust that, hey, we sticking to the plan. So one of them, all it took is one of them to crack. We can bring this right into the Memphis story because we can bring that right into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they had suspects. You know what I'm saying? And as many people we've seen as involved, you threaten the person with the right amount of time, What you think? But back to this whole situation. Yeah, had they not talked to the police and told their whole story, then yeah, they would have. They could have used what I brought up. But you know, you're on a limited. You also got to think it's only a certain amount of time for they find you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Two, the pressure is on. You're most likely your adrenaline is probably through the roof. You're not gonna be able to think like, yeah, I don't heard the story and I was able to think this out. But I mean, at a moment's notice where I know it's time, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, best thing you can do is just shut up and
Yeah.
just get an attorney and work it that route. But
Yep.
that's a little too late for that. So I don't know what's gonna happen, man. And it's one of those, I don't know, man. It's the gift and the curse because, like I said, the guy. Not saying what the guy was doing was right, but I don't think he deserved to be gone for it. You know what I mean? But to play with you and what the chat is saying, like, I mean, he had to know eventually. You know, you keep messing with
I'm
people's
saying you
hard
gotta
earned money.
think.
Yeah,
You gotta think, man. These kids, they're not looking up to Michael Jordan and Shaq anymore, man. They're looking up to Pooh Shiesties and the NBA young boys now, man. Those are their idols,
well,
and they're promoting carrying these guns and making it easy and like it's okay to kill somebody and that you're just gonna be able to walk the streets and nothing's gonna happen to you or you're not gonna go to jail behind it,
yeah, and I would just hope they would be able to separate that's not real life, and
But
then
it is. It's sad to say, but that's the life a lot of these people kids are living in. You can like I'm sure like wherever we all are, state to state, you can say this just like I can say this, just like the chat can probably say this. You still see people right now in this 100 triple degree weather walking around with those full ski masks on.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I
Like
mean,
they're literally like they're out like just committing crimes and breaking into banks and doing all this gangster shit all day. Nah, you just like an idiot with that thing go your head and it's 110 degrees out.
I seen somebody when I did my mall vlog
You see?
on those cool gray 11s when I did my mall vlog. I seen somebody with that type of mask on, and he was eyeballing me the whole entire time, and I said, "Man, I'm glad I got I kept the no disrespect to him. I got the whole thing on video, so I'm like, he gonna have to and whatever he's looking at me and wondering and guessing, he may have just been no people just look at you in general when you vlogging and talking on the camera. I said, well, if he attempt anything and succeed, at least I got the record button on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, and you do have a lot of tattoos, so people could just be, genuinely looking at your tattoos also.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I hate
So
that.
now it's a difference. You can tell when there's a stare and when they're just when there's a stare and when they're staring at you.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's my thing. And I'm like, I feel like he's staring, but he don't really know. And then I had a bandana on. You know how some people take it a little too in depth, and I'm like,
Well,
dog, trust
he
me.
clearly he was on that time, and he thought you were probably on that time too.
Yeah, and it's like, no, dude, like I'm literally just trying
But
to show people some stuff in the mall and get the hell home, edit the
but
video, and
like I
chill.
say, yeah, but it's like I say, it's just like I say, uh, these kids, like I say, they're just on that time, like these today, man. Like they're just about crime with no consequences.
Yeah, but like I said, that's not. I know the
That's not
music.
reality.
Yeah, the music thinks it because a lot of these rappers rap it, but a lot of that stuff you got to be understand. Some of that, not saying there aren't ones out there that's not about it, but a lot of this stuff is fabricated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
fabricated. You
saying,
got to,
yeah, man. You can't kill this man and expect to go to sleep that same night. I mean, you might, but you know what
not
I'm
in
saying.
not in not in your original bed
In a
anyway.
in a I'm just saying in a sense, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like you can't just do something to somebody and just walk away from it like nothing happened. Like you're gonna
yeah,
face the consequences of it. And like I say, this is what these guys have to do. And unfortunately, it was behind something so petty and small. Like I say, money can be replaced, material things can be replaced, That man's life can't be replaced. Like I say, I can't say it's unfortunate, but I can say that there could have been other options than taking his life.
Yeah, it's just true. I mean, like I said, I'm with you, man. And a lot of people in the chat agree with you as well. And I'm gonna agree with you with this one. Homie had to know where he, like, hey, man, it has to come across your mind at some point that, hey, I think that, eventually somebody gonna, or what if somebody about to get mad enough to really, go ahead and take care of business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least he had to know he was gonna have to catch hands with somebody. That's what I would think. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
No, agreed. This is a very very heavy story. Very there's a lot that I'm sure that we're still gonna hear about it. It could be
Most
months
def-
before we probably hear more about it. You know, but I'm sure we'll probably hear a little more about it, and we'll get the story of exactly what happened. Probably, I would say, before the year closes out, we'll have the full story and probably the guy's sentencing and everything.
yeah, if we don't get the sentencing this year, sentencing definitely gonna be next year, especially since they already talked.
Because they're gonna still have to go on trial.
Yeah, it still got to go to trial, but I assume it ain't gonna go. It ain't gonna take with all them
Yeah,
talking
because
like
even
that.
Young Thug, they're not even going to trial until next year, and they're celebrities. So these
Or
guys,
or only way it don't go to trial if they plead guilty for a lesser sentence.
yeah, just
And
plead straight, just go ahead and straight plead guilty, which would probably be their best option because they'll probably get them less time too.
yeah, get a little sympathy from the judge. That way, plead guilty for a lesser sentence. You don't have to get the full maximum.
It's definitely top tier crime. Top tier crime committed. But also if they're probably like first timers, like the judge gonna take it, might take into consideration they're young, impressionable, and they made a stupid mistake, and give
Well,
them,
one guy, it ain't looking good for him because he was
the,
already on probation. But I mean,
oh yeah, that was the 22-year-old, right?
yeah, I think so. He was on
Oh
probation
yeah,
in another state. So
a
whatever,
felony probation, yeah.
yeah, whenever Florida get through with him, he gonna have to get transferred there
Oh,
and
huge, because
probably do.
Florida don't play, man. Florida does not play
I
about
mean,
the
we
law down there.
well, I mean, I think Codex has showed us enough examples of how quickly they'll pick you up. You know,
Pujasi showed us. So
dude. Yeah,
that's why he's locked up right now because of what
yeah.
happened in Florida.
Well, he kind of asked for that, man.
Okay, and Kodak didn't.
Yeah, I
Kodak
mean,
didn't ask for every conviction he got.
yeah, I mean, yeah, true. So I mean, yeah, I mean, they don't care who you like. I
So
feel like they get on that status where they feel like they just can't be touched, and I'm like, you do the right thing. You ain't, they don't made it, but you ain't Jay-Z made it,
so so while we're on this, and I touched on it earlier because Sauce Walker is also a sneakerhead, but this can kind of go along with the taking of people's things. So let's say you read up on the Sauce Walker thing, right? How do you feel about it?
Um, I feel like it was something that was uncalled for, and then he's
On
trying to
his
get
part?
on his part, most definitely. And he's trying to get the story out there before he's trying to beat the press before it reaches out there. And he claims he made it seem like he did it when it may have been his security. But again, it's still more information out there lingering. Like, I don't, from what I'm seeing right now, I don't think it was justifiable for them to do it. But that's
No,
what security does.
like you said earlier, unless is life versus life is never really justifiable.
Yeah. So, but from
Fuck
what
that
I'm
chain,
hearing,
man. You can get it back.
yeah. But I'm assuming I think the story's a little fabricated on their end. And then the people who actually knew the guy, they said that he was actually maybe not Sauce Walker successful, but he had no reason to even attempt to do that. They said it looks like
He was probably one of Sauce's little associates who's probably already a felon anyway, who probably, so like I said, he didn't really have much to lose anyway. So just like every rapper, he told him, "Yeah, you take the charge for me, I'll bail you out." You know,
Yeah, I mean, because you got to take care. I hate to say it, but you got to take care of
I'll cover all your court costs, your lawyer fees. You just take this charge for me. You know,
yeah, you got to take the
Shine
breadwinner.
Diddy.
And like, yeah, you got to take the charge because I'm the breadwinner. Because if I go in, you pretty much, what are you gonna do? You know, like
You can't bail me out.
yeah. What are you gonna do? And if I'm in here not making any money, how are you gonna survive? I hate to say it, but it's kind of one of those situations, probably.
And and I agree with you because, like I say, I don't know, I don't really know too much about Sauce Walker, but from the videos and stuff I have seen of him, he is very over the top and out there, So
He's chasing for that attention because he
yeah,
wants to.
I would say he's probably just trying to. He's reaching. Like I say, the story
Yeah, he's
is
definitely trying
probably
to.
parts fabricated, and just like I say, his personality, he's just gonna milk it for what he can, just try to keep himself in the spotlight and try to keep himself looking like the tough guy who says, "Hey, if you try me, if you run up on me, this the fate you're gonna meet." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
When
So yeah, that's basically the scenario. I hate to say it, but that's what it's looking
yeah.
like.
I'm saying, it was probably some dusty buster who probably tried to run up on him anyway. Guarantee you it wasn't nobody who was really about it, because Sauce Walker, they probably would have had that chain. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I hate it though because another life lost
Over
over
something silly, yeah.
only over something that's really wasn't necessary.
And like I say, it ties into people don't got it like that right now. So people are, yeah, don't play with them. Don't play with their money. Don't play with their possessions.
Well, the thing is
People,
about that situation, and I know we're a little off
celebrity or
topic on
not, he still,
that, but apparently
still work hard for it.
that guy, the thing is, he lived in Cali, where Cali is arguably the most expensive state in the whole
Mm-hmm.
country right now. And he lived in LA, an expensive area. From what people are saying, because a lot of people are doubling down on that the story's a little being one-sided right now. That
Loose, yeah.
the guy wasn't doing that, and that wasn't the case. And if anything, it was the other way around. They just kind of did it for kind of no reason, from what it seems like, because they made it seem like dude owned his own business and he was already successful anyway. So
Yeah,
it
no,
really,
that's what I'm saying. That's the story I heard too. That
yeah,
it was a, it wasn't even the guy that tried to rob him that got shot. It was a business owner that got shot.
yeah. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? That's
So,
my
and if
thing.
that's the case, then it's even worse because
Y'all
an
hit the
innocent
wrong
life was
guy.
taken. An
Yeah,
innocent life was taken for no reason.
y'all hit the wrong person. So it's like,
So then, at that case, Sauce Walker and his homeboy should be charged.
yeah, but we'll see how that one play out too. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm just saying, I'm
Yeah,
curious. I
me
ain't trying to
too.
be funny. I'm just curious how that's gonna turn out. Um, let's see. This one comes up too, man. What I got up on the thing is StockX. Since this Memphis whole thing that we was talking about on Wednesday, man, transitioning real quick. Um, StockX has stopped the sales of the cherry Jordan 11s and the metallic silver Jordan 6s after the robbery from the Nike trailers in Memphis. Are you surprised about this at this point? After
No,
what we talked about on Wednesday?
no. I mean, I'm not surprised at all. Uh, I mean, yeah and no, because that they honestly shouldn't. Because think about it: if people go to put the shoes up on StockX, that gives Nike their ID numbers that they need. So
Yeah,
then they can pinpoint and track it back down to, okay, well, who sold us these shoes?
but
Okay. But
keep in
then that would be a rabbit hole itself, because you have to hop from person to person to the, well, who did you get this shoe from? And they may not want to talk, So yeah, it could be just probably be more headache than anything
what
for
it's
them.
worth, and also keep in mind that Nike and StockX necessarily, quote unquote, ain't on the best of terms right now. So maybe if StockX is thinking how you're thinking, maybe they don't want to help Nike no more than you know what I mean.
I mean, Yeah, but it's like one of those things where
But it also affects their
it's
money
one.
too, though.
Yeah, I'm saying it's one. That's what I was gonna say. It's one of those things where you don't like your job, but you know they pay your bills. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So StockX may not be too happy with Nike right now, but they know that's what's keeping the lights on for them, having their product in stock.
this is true. So I mean, yeah,
So
they
you can't really
unless
bite the hand that feeds you.
yeah, and I'm curious if Nike would have told them to stop the sales on them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like
They can't do it themselves.
yeah. So I'm very curious how that's even gonna go because apparently the number has came out now. It was $800,000 worth. Remember, I don't think at the time I don't think we knew. Everybody just said thousands of dollars. Nobody knew the exact number, but now the exact number is out there as well. $800,000 worth of products stolen from Nike trailers in Memphis.
Sheesh.
Wow. Yeah, Nike got to do something. Remember we was like,
Considering what the average shoe is what 250.
yeah, we'll say yeah, 250, 220, somewhere around there. You know what I'm
So
saying?
imagine, and they managed to get away with $800,000 worth of merchandise. So imagine just how much stuff that is.
Exactly. That's they got the whole stock. You know what I'm saying?
You seen the one with the guy with the Navy fours? If you saw his background picture, you just saw like just a river, just a sea of just boxes of just the Jordan boxes, just you
Sitting
know.
there. Yeah. And man, this is my thing. Like we didn't know how much it was, but I know Nike gonna get their money back. But see, like a claim like this though, how much
They've already gotten it back.
yeah, but still, the insurance, the thing is, and I hate that this is maybe a different topic, different channel, different on the video. Insurance is in general is designed to make they don't ever want you to really ever file a claim.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But now that Nike's got to do it, so if Nike isn't taking legal action, which they are, the insurance company finna take legal action because now you taking from them because this was money they,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They don't want to give out, but
especially
they
a large amount like that.
yeah, like this is a large amount. Nike's justifiable at this point, and this is my thing is like, you mean to tell me y'all had nobody watching these trailers? Like no form of
Especially with
security?
that much product on it, with you know, I mean,
Yeah,
like I
like
say, yeah. So that lets you know, like you say, it was an inside job, and like I say, I'm gonna stick by my story of that it was FedEx. It's all FedEx.
I think it's a mixture of them and
Because I mean, yeah, you're right. It could be a mixture, but they gotta have that connect to that yard to get in there, which would mean that the Nike employee would need to have be getting good with just the FedEx driver, in which then he would need to get in good with the guard on shift who's guarding the trailers.
yeah,
So it could, like I say, it's I feel like it's all FedEx and Nike and the Nike warehouse employees were just a part of it, because like I said, they let them know it was going to be there, and
yeah,
the FedEx employees and they probably they homeboys from the neighborhood. Like I say, the cousin probably worked the yard. He walked he walked looked the other way, for about 2 hours, or he say I go on lunch at this time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Apparently, they're still searching for the individuals responsible. I mean, like I'm pretty sure they have an idea, and like I said, this is close to like $1 million worth of like product, man.
They're gonna
Like,
go through every employee at that Nike facility out there. They're gonna go through every employee in the Memphis FedEx facility. Like especially for sure all the drivers that were on that pickup.
they've been yeah, and
All the people who helped load the trucks.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna stand on this. Somebody gonna talk, and all it's gonna take is one person to talk. That's gonna lead down a rabbit hole of some other people. Like once, because the thing is, once they find, because the thing is that they're gonna find that one person to talk. That they're gonna pull in other suspects that they have a great idea that person talking about, and whenever that person just be like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, and be like, well, so and so told us this, and this, and this. Points
Mm-hmm.
back to you every single time.
Yeah,
You still don't
but
know nothing, or do you want to help
yep,
us? and get lesser time and work with it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
then we've seen it several times where the attorneys will be like, I can grant you X amount of time. You know, I'll work with it, even though they may just be lying. You know what
Trust
I'm
me.
saying?
I trust me. I've worked with this judge X amount of years. She's very lenient. It's
Yeah.
stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. And then they'll say, like, also, you know, they'll make her, you know, since the person's pled guilty, they'll be like, I'm going to recommend this to the judge. 9 times out of 10, he works with us and give us what we want. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And stuff
And
like
that and
that.
9 times out of 10, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's definitely a
Wait,
lie.
that 10 times out of 10, that's a lie. 11 times out of 10, that's a
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, that's a 100%
But,
lie.
but take this into consideration too. How many? What's the catch rate? Just look at history. What's the catch rate on heists? How many heists are actually solved? You know,
Yeah,
when you hear about big heists like this, like from banks, almost half the time the robbers are never heard from again. The money's never recovered. When you get when big parties, big numbers like this are involved, it takes a long time and a lot of manpower. You know,
yeah,
so this could be one of those things where it goes cold. It never gets solved. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because
I,
nobody's gonna do 15 years over a pair of shoes.
this is true. So, I mean, but this one though, this is where a lot of those people don't have stuff on video that did those back in the day though.
They
Like the
got stuff
bank,
on video. Oh well, yeah, they got the people. You're right. They got, like you say, the tattoos and stuff, and they got hands. But like you said, a lot of these people,
social media accounts.
had hoodies on to cover up to up to their
That's people. That the difference is you're talking about something that was well thought out, where they know like what they're gonna look
this
for. Like
this was clearly well thought out. This was thought out for a long time.
it was thought out, but
I
not.
don't think it was just hey, we got these shoes in this week. We're gonna ship them out.
Yeah, but the part where they dropped the ball, in my opinion, is you start posting it on social. If they would have just came to like a whole bunch of empty stuff in the field, and
If they would just start putting them up for sale,
yeah, that would have been. They would have had no case. But the fact they started throwing it on the social media, and
well, yeah, and it is not even. And what makes it even worse is that all these shoes, they see all these posts coming out of Memphis.
yeah, so
Out of Memphis, where you guys are literally eating and shitting in the same place.
and you got these social media. Well, Nike's gonna get closer to the people at social medias that they put it on. It's like, hey, man, we got a federal investigation going on. Mm-hmm. While the social media is technically not supposed to turn it over, but once you put it on there, you don't own it anymore. It's them. So if this involves something legal, I'm pretty sure they got it in like certain writings where they're going to turn it over to the police. Because
it's crazy that the shoes pop up and FedEx is right here and Nike's here. They're both all the three things that we're investigating are all in the same area, in the same place. You know, so it's just coincidence.
Right. So what are they? You know what I'm saying? Like you really kind of gave them stuff to work with. These other heists, if you're talking about back in the day where they're fully clothed out, you can't tell they got on glasses, and most likely they don't even talk. I've seen the show. It's a show like How to Get Away with a Robbery or a bank robbery or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And every last one of them kind of take the same approach where like they say when they go in there,
they don't even talk on anything.
They don't even talk. Right. They have it written on a piece of paper, like the deposit slip. They put it on there, show them like, hey, this is my, you can't see from their back. So it's kind of
if there's partners, they use like hand signals and shit,
Yeah, and get the hell out, and they're out of there and within like a minute or two flat, and then but even eventually some of those, how they get caught is they get away like the first one or two times, but then they start to do it consistently throughout the area.
Right, guilt starts to eat them a lot of the time too.
Yeah, well, they get comfortable. Like one dude said, they had
the same bank. One dude hit the same bank like 4 times in a row. No, this is a video I saw.
Oh wow!
That's just the comfortability. Yeah, he hit the same bank for like 4 times in a row.
See, I saw videos where the dudes they said we hit out multiple by the time we hit the third bank in our area, like
they were already on us.
Yeah, they were on them to the point where they had started to get dropped the ball on certain stuff because they
Mhm.
was getting comfortable. But see, they wasn't getting crazy amounts of. They was getting felony money, but they wasn't getting like millions. They was getting away with like it's three of them involved. You walk away with 30K, but now you got to divide it by three. Well, it's good now for a temporary good time, but that ain't finna hold you for
How
life.
long is what is that going to give them? About a little less than 9,300 each, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so you got a good
So
2 months, 3 months worth
yeah,
of living, probably.
yeah, depending on how you spend it.
Yeah, depending on how you spend it, now it's time to go do it again. And it's like, yeah, what the
Probably
hell?
before that one's spent, because that one's about to come to an end. So you got to start coming up out the water looking for the next one.
Yeah, so that's basically what I've seen on those. But you said there's one out there where the guy was doing the same thing.
Yeah, he hit the same bank 4 times,
What was
and
he
like you say,
expecting?
I mean, he like you say, the
He got
comfortable.
comfortable.
He was from a small town.
The
You know,
bank must have been a small bank too. Like,
yeah, comfortable from a small town. Not a lot of crime there, so he can do it. And like I say, if there's not a lot of people there, not a lot of crime there, there's not a lot of police there. So
yeah,
if
true.
they you gotta think, if they only have one precinct or department in that whole town, and they probably got maybe 15 cops, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, true. If
he
you
just
think
got
about it from
yeah,
that
he got
perspective,
comfortable, hit the same bank, and like I say, he just got comfortable sloppy, and yeah, he eventually got caught. But yeah, I mean, it's
yeah,
crazy, but people
it
do
sounds
it.
crazy though. But yeah, I get it.
It
I
does,
get
man.
it.
And
Yeah, but like
I mean,
premiums,
think
like
about it. If it's a small town, can't be that many people depositing large amounts of money. So I'm assuming he, at the most, he was probably only getting away with about 5,000. You know, maybe about 5,000, 10,000 at the most, if
yeah,
that. So I would say probably about 5,000. He was probably getting away with bill money.
yeah, basically, and it's like nah, it ain't worth it to me. But that's just me though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
Um,
I don't know. I think this Memphis thing. I don't think this one's gonna be an easy one to solve.
I, I not at first, but those people, what's killing them is the social media stuff. If they can get to the source of the social media and break that down and find out who they are, I'm gonna give them a good strong 3 to 4 months. And I say that because just like those people who did the whole thing in DC where they came up and did the ride into the Capitol, they slow. It took them a while, but they got all those people because they was putting it on their social media.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all those people eventually, I don't say all, but majority, right? They got them. You know what I'm saying? They got them pretty much locked up. I ain't saying all of them doing a whole bunch of time, but they eventually was able to pinpoint people who was there and who was involved.
And how long after the ransack happened? How long did they start posting like all these shoes and shit? I wonder.
That's a good question. I don't think they wasted no time, to be honest.
And then, like I say, if they got pictures, then they got names, and then they can start to tag. Okay, maybe this person knows somebody who works at the Nike facility, or who works at the FedEx. Um, what are those things called? Ship out
Yeah,
station.
my thing is it's gonna take some time, right? But I think they're gonna catch those suckers, man. And I hate to say it like
Get you,
that,
sucker.
huh?
So I'm gonna get you, sucker. Just that movie.
But yeah, yeah. But I think it's gonna take some time. But where they drop the ball is they put it on the social media. So they're
Too
gonna run,
fast for one.
yeah. So they're gonna run back that because the thing is, even if they have deleted it by now, we are if we don't seen it, which we have, and it's
Yeah.
still out
Yeah.
there.
It's been. I mean, that means that it was posted long enough. If it was posted long enough for the world to see, then I'm 10 times out of 10 the police have their hands on it.
Exactly. They have it on there and they've already nailed down these accounts. This my thing because even if they would have posted on there like what only 10 minutes or 5 minutes, if it got a view, even after you delete it,
All you need is one view.
that and the thing is, once you put something on the internet, dog, even if you delete it, it's not ever fully 100% ever deleted. You know what I mean? This is the thing
It
with
just may
people.
not be retrievable for you again at that moment, but it's
Yeah,
still out there somewhere.
it's still out there. And my thing is this: people forget that all the internet is, and I'm talking about probably my job and my nerdiness right now.
It's
It's just a connection of other computers to other computers.
I was just say all it is just a connection of information.
Yeah, it's just a
That's all I was gonna
connection.
say.
Yeah, it's a connection of information, like computers to computer to computer to computer. That's all the
If,
internet is. It's just one. It's just one big shared
like
connection.
my phone is connected to this computer somehow. Is connected to my TV somehow. Is
Exactly. A case in point, we can use a live for example. Say like if you wanted to join in from your phone, you could use that link that I sent you, and guess what? You're in. You're
yep,
connected again, which you I'm pretty sure you have access to it on your phone. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that's
And
my thing.
we've done
So
it from our phone, so we know that
yeah,
we all
that's
know that this is all just computer shit.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
all just shared. That's all it is just shared information. It's one big open source. Some stuff is locked down and they make you pay for it, but even we know there's ways around that. If you this is my thing, you put your mind to something, to anything long enough, you can figure out a way. You know?
pretty much if there's anything that can be bought, it can be gotten for free.
Yeah, pretty much. Now is
Just the
it
same
now
way it can be bought, it can be gotten for free.
right. Now is it legal? No. But it doesn't make it legal, no. But it can be, and that's basically this whole Ramset, like the shoe
It may
situation.
not be legal, it may not be right, but sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah, but this situation I feel like wasn't necessary. I'm hoping that it's a wake up call for Nike in general.
Exactly, because like we said last week, it's not like now. It's not like they're just playing around and just teasing you guys, like dangling in your face, like, "Hey, we can take anything you put out. We can wipe you clean. We can wipe your whole stock clean." Now it's like we're gonna go right in your house and take it.
Yeah, because that's what they did.
Yep. First it was like, "Hey, keep doing it. We'll wipe out anything you put in stock."
Yeah,
You know, that's what we just went through.
yeah, basically.
Now it's to the point where like we're not even gonna wait for you to put it out no more. We'll just go take it. We'll go
We
take
ain't.
it physically.
Yeah, they beating the actual botters now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They beating the botters, and that's what that is. So Nike has to take some action, which I'm like I said, I'm sure they are. I'm just curious. I'm more so waiting for more and more of the story to develop. And like I said, this was the original what the live was gonna be about anyway. I'm just curious, like, cause like I said, those I think those social media videos are finna really they gonna hate they put it out there.
How about this? How about Nike does it like this? This is what I say they should do. If they got say like this, if they got two shoes coming out at the same time, or even if it's just one hot shoe that's coming out, what they should do is break it up in sections. So say like today, with the let's just use the Fire Rest for example. Let's just say today they released 200 pair. Let the first cycle of people get theirs. Once the 200 pairs sold, that's it. That's it for that round. Next Saturday, I would say put out another 200 pair. You know what I'm saying? Then give people a chance to get them. But don't just put them all at once because, like I say, then you give people the access to get as many pairs they want. So if you
Yeah,
put them out in small little doses, like in like round, little heats or little rounds, then you kind of break them up, and you kind of keep that hype and anticipation behind them. Kind of how they're doing the pandas, how they keep restocking them, but
yeah,
just on a general release, do it that way. Break it up into like just different um four different rounds, and let people have their pick at them. Because you may not want
yeah,
to go for them in the first round. You may not want to go for them in the second round. Or like I
yeah.
say, things
That
happen
sounds
when you
good
can't.
that sounds good on paper, but you know, man, like you know
Yeah,
how
I'm sure that's probably been spoken and probably been tossed around.
yeah, you know how Nike is. Nike loves it. I think Nike loves to have they don't make stuff super limited, but they like that limited availability because um, like other brands like Gucci and Louis Vuitton, their stuff isn't as limited because the price is so high already off rip. So when you got it, you do feel like you obtained something that, that was hard to get, so to speak. Nike shoes, even though they are expensive, they're obtainable. And but they do that by limiting the stock to make it seem like it still make it like an item to make you want the next item. But really now it's like it doesn't really always apply to them in my opinion, because you're not gonna want everything they put out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody liked the fire red threes. Not everybody knew about the fire red threes. Some people prefer this shoes over this. So it's like it's really a great area for Nike, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's just a
Yeah.
great area. Let me touch the chat real quick. Been on this joint for 2 hours and 13 minutes, man. We're gonna close out at the 30-minute mark, so we're gonna roll on for like another 15 minutes. So let me touch the chat. Hope y'all are enjoying the live so far, man. This is definitely I thought we was actually going to talk more about this Memphis situation, but that SneakerCon situation, something obviously we had to dissect that one fully.
But see that one, like I said, because like I mentioned at the beginning, say was it just a shooting? Was it And I say, was there a death involved? And the first sentence in that topic was, a man has been killed. So you're like,
Right,
well,
I
that's
know,
the
right?
answer you was looking for right there.
I was like, well,
So like I said, that one was a little more heavy because there was actual lives lost in this situation.
right, right. And
With
I'm
the
not
Memphis situation, yeah, it's bad, but I
not
mean,
death, yeah.
yeah, it's not death. That money can be recovered. That life can't.
Yeah. And I'm not laughing at the death situation. I'm more so laughing at Dunk's reaction because it's like he asked, and then you right. That literally was like literally the first line. I was like, well, that covered that, like you know what I mean? So, and like I said, I'm still gonna say RIP to the person, even though
Yeah, for sure, for sure. He didn't deserve to lose his life the way he lost it, but
but
he
yeah,
deserved to lose it for the game for the risk he was
had,
running.
yeah, I ain't gonna say deserve. Let's say this. I ain't gonna say he deserved to go, but
He met
he
the fate of the risk he was running.
yeah, exactly. He met the fate of what the risk he was been taking for years. So, like somebody else said in the chat, homie had to be that have to be somewhat in like, hey, eventually somebody gonna get really
Yeah.
mad at him.
Keep
You know
knocking
what
on
I'm
the
saying?
door, you're gonna get the answer,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Eventually somebody that's my whole point. Like, eventually somebody's gotta catch on. But this is my thing, because you're not gonna fool everybody. Yes,
No.
a great deal of people.
I mean, and how many people are actually stopping to to fall for it, to actually indulge in what he had going on. I say if let's say if 100 people walk by him, I would say out of the 100 people, only probably 10. He probably only got 10 people to do it. He
Hmm.
probably attracted some. I would say he probably got 50 to stop and look at what was going on, to like, okay, I see what you got going on here, but no, it's not for me. You probably got 20 people that stopped and looked, doubled back, but then walked off. Then you got 10 that went for it, and you got one that lost.
Well, you got all that. Well, he lost. If
Yeah,
anything,
so you
all
know
those people,
whatever.
yeah, he got all those people that lost, and then he finally got somewhere. That person, the last person, I guess, that lost to him wasn't playing that game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he,
and that's how I want to assume he was probably getting probably between 5 to 10 people to probably actually play him, And I'll
yeah,
say probably in that percentage of that, probably maybe only 2 people won if it was out of the 5.
true.
3 probably won out of the 10. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't win much either. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Nothing. Okay, yeah, nothing to write home about. They probably just
Exactly.
won back what they lost, or probably enough to go buy a T-shirt out of the SneakerCon, or some shorts.
Yeah, because you ain't even get the sneakers on those shit on on the events. I'm gonna just say this: they be
They're asking they're taking personal feelings into consideration for you. Watch out.
yeah, they taking in. Hey, we here. I travel here.
They taking
Yeah,
in travel costs, food costs.
yeah, they trade. They getting they all the way. Like you, even if you pull it, like man, StockX is this and this, and I guarantee they be
Well,
probably in that.
this is SneakerCon. This is
It's a,
our world.
yeah,
This is
it's
our land.
yeah, pretty much. Like hey, yeah, but it's
Man, come on, man. And you already know, G. I mean, you already know why you would say that. You already know at them kind of events. You don't speak no StockX. That's sin. That's almost, that's almost blasphemy to even bring something like that up. They
they
say, you mean
honestly
you still based off StockX? You need StockX to tell you? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like they get mad.
Yeah, they
Like
don't
they
bring
get
no fucking
aggressive.
StockX.
Yeah, like that's why I said honestly, low key. That's why I don't go because like I upset them and they upset me, and I mean like it ain't nothing
And
serious. It
that
was like a fight.
and that's where the raising your voice above talking level comes in, huh?
Yeah, and it's like one dude he had a pair of shoes, he threw it out there for X amount, and I was like, man, blah 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 blah. He's like, yeah, I know, but here it's different. He
Yeah,
said like,
exactly. Say this
yeah,
are
or he
these
literally
are rules.
he did one of these. This the shoe. He had it. I looked at. I was like, "You want this for this?" He's like, "Yeah." As I was giving it back to him, I was like, "Man, this and this." He's like, "Yeah, I know, but this here," and he put it back on his shelf.
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. These are the
like,
rules of the land, man. You in our land. You in our
yeah.
world.
In so many words, he basically said, "So," and
Yeah,
this my
fuck.
case.
So fuck what they charging you. This is how we do it.
Yeah, he said so, and then he had it in the nice little shrink wrap joint on it. So I mean, it
Oh
was
yeah, yo, he was professional. He had the
yeah,
he had the shrink wrap and heated it up too with the
yeah,
shrink wrap.
man. That
Yeah.
I had no, and then when I walked away, I said I had no business even walking over here because I could already tell then. You know what I
And
mean?
I'm
Like,
sure you probably get more attitude than negotiation in these places anyway. You know.
yeah. I mean, I've seen some videos where people are going around trying to buy up majority of the table, but the dude would not flex on his price, which I kind of, but
It don't
he kept
matter.
it
It
one.
don't matter. You can flash that $10,000 cash in his face. He's not gonna flinch.
Yeah,
You can
and
have
that's the
10,000
thing.
cold cash. That don't
Homie
mean
was
nothing to
just.
him.
I mean, he kept it 100 with him. He said that, hey, I understand and respect what you're trying to do, but these shoes I got on the table,
Yeah.
I pay resale for, so no, I can't. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying he want 12K and you got 10 cash. Don't matter.
Yeah,
Don't matter. You ain't got the other 2K. We can't talk.
that basically mean he because if he taking it with you, he gonna be losing money.
Yeah, exactly. And he's
So
I paid $3,000 for these shoes. So if I give you this whole table for per se 10,000, that just means I just lost a 2,000. I just took a $2,000 loss on this shoe that I paid $3,000 for. So it's basically like I'm giving you this shoe for $1,000, which I'm not gonna do because I paid 3,000 for it. That's not even half of what I paid for it. So why would I give it to you for less than that? You know?
yeah, so
And I haven't even worn it. I worn it one time to make sure it fit. Then I put it in shrink wrap. You know?
yeah, this is true.
Or
True.
I haven't even tried it on because I'm that confident. I have so many silhouettes of this shoe. I just know that it fits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is true.
So I know that I know it's good. So I'm just gonna keep it DS. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sell it to you DS for less than what I pay for a DS. And I haven't put my foot in it. You know?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
So I
Let
kind
me
of feel that part too. I don't care if I want 12K and you got. I don't care if you got 11.5.
go.
You
All
don't got the
right,
other
now,
five.
that one you gotta bend on, man.
I mean, I'll say, all
I
right,
get what you're
I'll say, all right,
saying because
all right, I'll keep the laces.
you know what I'm saying. I feel like you
I'll
right.
keep all three pair of the
I
laces.
know
There we
you
go.
right. I know you right because I've been there where they won't flex on that, even if you got that in their face. Some people still won't flex on it, but I
Yeah,
just like, all right, come on, man. But you looking at it from their perspective, like, yeah, that's what I pay. So no, you finna pay what I pay or more, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably how that.
the most that man or that woman is gonna let you probably walk off with is probably like between, I say, probably $100 to $50 off.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, am I wrong?
Maybe I would say just 50
Yeah,
at best.
50, 50. Yes, and they still gonna be like, man. no, you don't do this, man. But you
Yeah,
know
I
what
know,
I'm
right?
saying?
I hate when they do it. Like, what you mean you don't normally do this? Like, come on, you ain't the actual.
You know, try to play you, try to build some
Yeah,
WeCash here and be like,
and
I'll sell it to you, but I'm keeping the shoestrings. You
yeah,
know,
my thing is
like
like,
what you gonna do with the shoestrings, man? You don't even got the shoe.
my thing is this. I be forgetting that most likely they probably pay retail too. Because in my head, I'm like, y'all got these for retail, but that ain't always true. So I'm like, they
Yeah, no.
probably those people that are like that are probably because they didn't get it for retail either. I'm
So
not defending it. I don't agree with it, but that's probably their concept. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
sure a lot of the people there are, how am I trying to word this? Are resellers.
Yeah, yeah, true. Like they resell, they're resellers who get resale price. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's there's no really
Oh,
no.
hey, sorry to cut you. Sorry, but gotta throw this out there. I found the page to that video that who was it that showed us when the guy who he traded his shoes for the Red Octobers.
Oh, Unbreakable joint. He showed us that on there, but it
Yeah,
was like it was a TikTok.
I found the actual page to it.
Okay.
So I want to say this. I don't think it's real. I think it's just a spoof page.
Oh, it was just like a little gimmick joint.
Yeah, because the one I watched today, the trade made no sense. Like it was what was the guy wanted some Travis Scott's the Travis Scott reverse mocha highs. What he gave some red lobsters. He gave a couple. He gave some like with some white cement fours.
What's his
Some
page? What's his page? I'll pull it up. What's his page?
um.
Look it up. I'm
No,
gonna test
I
it.
found it on I found it on TikTok. So
I mean, yeah, but just pull his page up. I can probably Google it or something like that, and probably see if I can just play the
jeez.
video.
Oh, sorry. But look, I just gotta show you this real fast. I pulled it up while I was and look at that.
What's that? Hold on, it's got to focus. Pull it back just a little bit towards you. Um,
Is it blurry?
yeah, it's a little blurry. What is it?
Pretty much is he's got his bag full of shoes. And
Oh, who is that?
uh this guy, his name's Brian Anderson. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pair of fire reds.
Damn, he bought that
Yeah.
many pairs. Sheesh.
I mean,
I don't need. That's my thing too. I don't want that many. Okay, yeah. Now it's kind of making more sense now as you pointed out. I don't need that many. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just give me like one regular pair, and I'm like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the thing
yeah.
is, you can't wear all them. You like, as long as I've been doing it, I can't wear all these shoes. You know. So
No.
if you just starting out. When I was just starting out, I used to double up. Remember, I used to do the double up thing, but I stopped that a long time ago. Because it became overwhelming. You know, it's already a little bit overwhelming now. You know, let me touch the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Checks over strike says, "Yay, going back to Nike." Well, I don't know. He's been very quiet, and last post I seen, it looks like he was playing Mr. Nice Guy. So
Okay, it's called I found the page, by the way. Continue talking, but when you're done, I'll let you know what it's called.
okay, cool. Manny with the kick says definitely thinking about him carrying 100. Manny with the kick says Sauce Walker just laid out some dude trying to rob him in LA a couple days ago. I feel like it's more to the story, and rumors is he was not the trigger man, Manny. But I know why you say that because that's what he's alleging on.
Rumors is that there wasn't even the right guy.
That is true. Yeah, it's more to that story, right? We debunked that one, but this is from earlier too. Jay Brooks says just as long as those shoe cleaner kiosk cats don't offer to clean my sneakers, especially when I got on suede. I had them do it one time, and I won't let them do it again.
Say, hey, you say I got on suede. Oh, don't worry, boss. I got something for that too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it don't matter what you say to them. And then what killed me, they make sure they just do one shoe and they do it really good. And then
I got my patent one. Say, this is what it worked best on.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and they do one and they do a good job, but it's like in reality is it's like, dog, you comparing it if you was to clean your shoes every day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're not finna. That's the thing. I fell for it. I got one before. I still got it to this day. I use it every now and then, but it's like
Mm,
I guess I'm different though, because I got so many to choose from. Where it's like, honestly, I
yeah,
just need a good wipe off 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Just a
yeah.
quick wipe me off on the shoes, and I'm good. Um, Shoe Nation says, can't believe what happened. Laughed my ass off. Married to Designer says, I'm getting the lost and founds, but passing on the yellow toe. I mean, I feel like the yellow toes have been kind of quiet right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like now if it's a shoe that's gonna sit that we was all geeked about, and let's be honest, we always talking about it. We was loving those yellow toe Jordan 1s. I think that shoe, I'm not saying it's not gonna sell out, but I feel like it's gonna sit for a little bit because I'm not even thinking about it anymore. Since we don't got the
Uh, I think
updated
the UA. I think they've been UA'd out.
that, but I think even when they drop on sneakers, I don't think that like how the Fire Red 3 sold out today. I'm not saying they're in like you saw how fast the Fire Red 3 sold out.
Mm-hmm.
If these are gonna be those you can wake up the next day. Like they're gonna sell out, but it's gonna be a slow sellout. It's not gonna be a quick sellout
Mm-hmm.
like the Fire Red 3s. It's a different ball
Yeah.
game. It's a different ball game. And like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel like it's one of those
No,
a
I
lot of
agree. I feel
people
like you're right. I agree
and,
with you.
and remember when we first saw images of them, we was geek. I was geeked over them.
Mm-hmm.
But as time changes, some stuff you grow off of and you grow it. That's just part of the game. And like I said, these
Mm-hmm.
Fire Red 3s where I don't think these was initially they was on the list, but I don't think nobody really knew all the way 100. So then you got to also keep in mind that I hate to use this for an example, but like I said in my video, we've seen several examples of this shoe. Um, and of course, it didn't help that Eminem versions out there, for the Super Bowl joint. He that should have been our hint right there that we was going to get. I guess you can say a poor man Eminem's version, but granted, we can't say that because this shoe Jordan actually played in this shoe. So I mean, it's just so many things that ties you to why I know that shoe gonna sell out.
Yeah.
That's why I knew. That's why when you hear me, it was deeper than just like, yeah, Jordan played in them. That was gonna bring in a different audience. You got the Eminem fans who seen it, but now they got some. Yeah, it ain't the my name is on the back, but it's a nice runner up. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they did the elephant print correctly this time. You know what I'm saying? Like I see that all in those shoes, and I'm like, okay, cool. That's why I said I'm gonna go. I wasn't really expecting to hit this morning, but I'm like, I'm gonna go for them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my thing on it. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Karen K says out for blood. Mr. 314 says pistol whip. Damn, you just showed your age. I mean, hey, that's just the era we grew up in. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if anything, it may have showed our age, but it shows that we wasn't quick to always just take people out.
He said, "Damn, they showed your age." Sorry.
Yeah, Mr. 314 always gonna have something slick to say, just FYI. But
Yeah,
it's like, we ain't man, does like, that like I said, where we grew up from, the death situation is a last resort situation. It's not like your first like nowadays, these young bucks, it's their first option. Us, we like, let me size them up. Oh, I got so and so with me. I think we can take this guy. Worst case scenario where, if we just really truly undefeated, then we still gonna think like, hey, should I really go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying? Depends on how bad it's going,
Mm-hmm.
That's just us. Yeah, we may be showing our age a little bit, Mr. 314. Rachel says, LOL, everyone think they Kanye West with the whole mask. Not cool. That's giving black Air Force energy. I hate the stereotype behind the black Air Force Ones, man. I hate it.
That's what
I
I
know
want today, man. And I'm not a bad guy.
See, that's what dunks at on feet. But I mean, yeah, people they give it a bad rep, and I love the black Air Force Ones. I love them.
Classics, man. I mean, you gotta have Air Forces, man. You just got to.
Yeah, I said the blacks and the white pair. I think you gotta have both, but at minimum, you gotta have at least one of those.
I mean, it's like it's almost like a marriage, It's like a matrimony. They belong together. You gotta have them both. It's a pack.
Exactly. It should be a pack, man. And
honestly.
Yeah, I love the all white joints. I need to clean mine and that's the only thing I hate about them, man. The dirt on them guys is like, first wear, it's over.
I think I hate I think I hate dirty shoestrings over dirty shoes, because dirty shoestrings will just offset the whole shoe.
Yeah, this is true.
Because like I said, you can wipe the midsoles and the sole down, you know the
That was
shoe
my
down. People forget about the shoestrings.
that was my issue when we was growing up in school. Even though my shoe probably wasn't that dirty, I would clean the shoe, but
Yeah,
I would not have the energy or
yeah,
put the
exactly.
extra effort to take the laces out and clean them.
Exactly. People like it's still small details.
Yeah, and that's where mine was like, yeah, they're not dirty, but it's like they not new either, and we can tell
Yeah.
that if that's what you aiming for, Jeremy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that was my area where I messed up, and probably to this day, because like only thing that's good now is like I got enough rotation where only now the back heel on my right, I don't know what it may be my car, like the back heel of it, and it's always my right foot. So obviously it's the one you mashing the gas pedal and the brake. I'm assuming somehow the way I drive it hits it, and I know this is not just me; it's a lot of people that have this problem. That's where most of the dirt
So
shows
are
up first.
you? Yeah, because I'm sure you're probably hitting your pedal with the heel of your foot. Because obviously your foot is way bigger than the pedal.
Yeah. Or I'm
Yeah.
assuming I'm using my toes actually pause, but the heel part is dragging probably on the bottom
Oh,
part
as
of
you
the
as you depress or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Well,
as
but
I
it's only
move and
carpet
slide.
though. It's only your floor mat. So I
Yeah,
mean,
but
unless you just got like hella dirt built up in that, and it's wet to where the point where it sticks to your shoe. You know.
I mean, still, it's just one of those things. And then, like,
Yeah.
if it's rain or something, like, yeah, I mean, I see how it happens. It's annoying though, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um, let me touch the chat again. Let's see. We got not sure that I pronounce this, so I'm just gonna say SJK, which is the last part. It says fam was listening for that drip or skip with his eyeballs. Let's see. Rachel says Kanye West would never walk around Chicago with that mask on, covered up like a robber if he was a regular guy. It's making folks do more risk stuff today. Yeah, Kanye knows he can get away with that because of who he is. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a bit. We've talked about that before. The mask thing is a bit much for me personally. But this is just Kanye being current Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Rachel says Kanye West read that one. Rachel says my dunks was supposed to be shipped from Memphis. Shaking my head. Okay, so I mean, with the given the stuff that was going on, Rachel, I hate to say it, but that's what it is. Let's see. SJK says it's completely stupid, uncalled for. As you said, things are replaceable. Life is one and done. This is a fact. That is a fact. And that's what Dunks was getting on, and I agree with Dunks on that one. They don't want to contribute to them shoe burglars. Got you. So like 800,000 and what Nike actually paid to make them. Who's the real criminals? Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. As in, it may have been 800,000, but a shoe that costs what Nike did Nike that I'm assuming that 800,000 is what they were expecting in sales. You know what I mean? As far as what they paid to make all of those shoes, even at like what $20 and $25 a pop per pair of shoes, what Nike spent what 50,000, 100,000 to get all those shoes made and get it in that warehouse. But the money they're gonna make, they gotta make 4 times as much. Heck, probably even less than that if I think about it. Probably 50K, and they're extending to make good almost a milli. You know what I'm saying? So because ain't no point in them making this. I know it's not costing them 400,000 to get all those shoes, because even though that's still profit, is like we got to think about who we're talking about here. They're not going the most expensive route, and they've been around for quite some time, so they're getting it at the best deal to get it made at this point. You know what I mean? So just food for thought. Let's see. SJK says, just playing. I hate them taking the stuff. Just playing. I hate them taking the stuff. Manu the Kick says 800,000 lick. Sheesh. Yeah, that's Nike's. That was and I'm sure they made way. They're making that. They're making that what? They're probably making 800,000 800,000 a month. If
Mm-hmm.
you think about it, that's what that shows what Nike makes with their products. If everything, and this is not even including everything selling out. This is just probably the projected sales. Those
Yeah.
shoes, eight
So
hundred
that and
thousand.
that, yeah, exactly. That was just that shipment. So
Yeah,
that's just what that shipment was worth.
yeah. So think about if every shipment is somewhere around there. Nike makes easily $40 to $50 million a year, if not. And this is probably on the low end of things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but
And that's drawing in from all the avenues, right?
yeah, that's drawing in from all the avenues, not just shoes, but they do products, socks. I buy Nike socks. I buy their workout gear.
Mm-hmm.
Little stuff like that. And then just think about that because it's like, if you really think about it, at first it would have been what, one trailer, Nike loses out on 100,000. That's probably pennies to him. But now we touching the millies. And I don't care how much money you worth or how much you getting. I'm pretty sure everybody noticed when the numbers like that, it's like, heck, if I'm short $5 somewhere, I'm kind of scratching my head. From me, that's just showing what my pockets is. So Nike, that's their that's probably their $5. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I said, it's really a problem. They gotta. I just said they ain't got no choice but to file that insurance claim. They ain't got no choice but to take action. You know what I'm
And was
saying?
this done like in the middle of the night, like in the dead middle of the night?
Dog, you saw the video. They were out there in daytime.
True.
Remember?
Yeah,
They were in their
true. True.
daytime. Like
Yeah, you're
that
right.
ain't
You're right.
mean that don't mean when they started, right? But
Yeah,
apparently somebody came back out during the
that's
daytime.
what I'm saying. Because it could have been a situation where, because there was a lot of trailers. It was a situation where they came back.
Yeah, like we can use the movie Blue Street like we did before. Remember when he pulled up on old buddy and he showed the rims and he's like, that ain't where
Yeah.
they came in at. And he said, they probably had X amount of guys. Like, I don't care how many people you got. That's a lot of product.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need time to get it done. I hate to think like a crook, but it's like they when that's what we saw the video, the damage had already been done probably
Yeah. Who knows
hours
how? Yeah.
hours ago, if not the day before or X amount of days before. That was
Because
just the
who knows how
remaining
long the
scrap.
trailers are probably sitting out there?
Yeah, it was several trailers. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're just sitting out there waiting for the go to say, all right, now start delivering them to the stores.
Yeah. So that's my thing. Those that I'm with you. They that video was the tail end of things, if you ask me. And this is just my opinion and alleged. But um, I'm assuming they probably have been working on that for a few days, getting them wherever they want to get them, and probably already made little deals.
I'd say probably about a week's worth of work.
Yeah, and then by the end of that's your Friday. That's hence why it came out on the weekend. That's your Friday. We done, not coming back. We don't got what we got, and
Yeah,
we
I say
tired.
they went in there. They probably Friday or Saturday before they closed the yard for the weekend. They went out there, saw all them doors busted open, and I was like, "Hey, we got a situation." You know?
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Y'all definitely do an $800,000 situation.
Mm-hmm. So
Um, yeah, like I said, and then SJK said someone knew something. Most definitely, they will get caught. No loyalty among these clowns. Yeah, I mean, if they put it on the social media, they already don't gave too much out there already. Um, Rachel says, as a victim of whole Memphis situation, I think both companies are liable. It's probably an inside job by a ring of folks. Oh, we definitely agree. And yes,
yeah,
I'm a victim. Okay, Rachel, we got you because your product got canceled. I got you. I got you though. Cause she want her shoes, man. I ain't
yeah,
mad
I
at
get it.
Rachel. She want her shoes. I ain't even mad. You want your shoes. SJK says exactly. Someone knew something, Rachel. I agree. But show inside job agreeing with Rachel from Manny says SJK says it's not like 10 or 20K. This seems a little more serious. I mean, almost a million. Yeah, it's definitely a huge, like I said, it would have been a shoe or two, sure. And see, we can't really count the whole botting and the backdooring towards Nike feeling it because Nike already don't got their bread. That's different. Nike don't care, and this is my opinion. once you don't got their product and they because they getting it at a wholesale price and Nike
Mm-hmm.
don't got their check from them, how you distribute them is like, hey, this is what you're supposed to do on paper, but I'm not looking. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want y'all to. This is what we want you to do, but hey, I'm not looking and I'm not gonna look at how y'all distribute them unless there's a major issue, like something crazy, right? Where it's like, okay, now we got to pull your account because now people are coming at us, kind of one of those situations. And that rarely happens, but I've seen it happen. It's just rare, it's just rare now, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
Nike doesn't care once, like when Foot Locker and getting them, like they whole little system of how they do the shoes, you enter through the Flex app, this, that, and the third. But if you backdooring pairs, um, not that Nike don't care. They're just not, they don't have a team there to keep an eye on them people at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just all what it is. Let's see. Wouldn't know if they were smart. We wouldn't know if they were smart. That's some dumb, ignorant shit. It's probably federal state line stuff. Oh, federal. Yeah, this is definitely a federal case now. Once you talking these type of numbers, it's no longer a state issue. This is
Yeah,
federal.
state can't even do anything with this.
Yeah, they can't handle it.
This
State
is too.
handle.
This is beyond them. This is too
Yeah,
much.
state. No disrespect. State handles they handle serious stuff, but
If it
this one
was
is
one or two trailers, then maybe.
yeah. I say like one trailer. We'll keep it state level, but you got the whole stock. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
this different. You don't got the whole stock, so now you
they
got now.
literally they spank Nike ass, man.
Yeah, so it's federal level at this point, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. Key to the city in the middle says, "What's up, Jay and Dunks? What's good? Key to the
Yo,
city."
what's going on, Key?
Yeah, what's up? What up? Definitely that's like work. I think you right 100 on a little time. That's facts, SJK. Mankick says, I'm gonna put RIP Virgil on my midsole on these Brooklyns after the live before heading out. Okay, that's what's up. You gonna add a little
Jeez.
customization on them? Okay, that's what's up. That mean he plan on keeping them, true collector. You know what I'm saying? He gonna,
Yeah,
wear his
of
shoes and
course.
do his thing. Rachel says a good idea at Manny. That's love from SJK at Manny. Man, it's good look, SJK. Yeah, I think that'll be dope though.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be definitely dope. You can't really get mad at that. SJK says they need to teach stock trading in public high school, but they don't. I think because society need people to struggle in this society, or it won't work. It's that old school mentality.
I don't think it's that they need I don't think it's that they don't want successful people. They need workers more than they need successful people.
Yeah,
So you know
because
what I'm saying?
to be honest, as a worker myself,
Mm-hmm.
the workers are needed. The way the society is set up, and this is just my opinion, the workers we work to take care of those higher ups.
Mm-hmm.
That's already been there, done that. Um, if everybody started getting successful and being their own boss, then and we won't need where we're gonna get the workers at to support the situation because you're gonna have to be doing there. The thing is, you eventually you hoping the thing grow where you can hire a team to have
Yeah.
somebody run some stuff where you can handle the other things. So I mean, it's a gift and a curse with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because yeah, you know what I'm saying, like.
Everybody can't be a boss, and you can't take everybody with you.
Yeah, and too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Mm-hmm.
Never been a good thing. You know what I'm saying? If everybody a chief, then you don't got enough Indians, and this is just a layman. This is not no racist thing. This is just like a metaphorically speaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you don't got nobody, if you don't got the workers making the product, then what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Nike the head honcho, but if all the factories, people they got contractors say, hey, we're gonna not make the shoes, Nike gonna be. You think Nike, the top head of Nike, finna get in there and sew some thread and put some glue together? Um, I'll wait. And even still, it's not a one man job at this point. Unless you're just doing a one shoe. You know what I'm saying? SJK says, I mean, we all want fast food, someone to bag them groceries or something. I mean, American has so many legal hustles. Supreme lets you double up this season. Speaking on limited, Who got them? The fire red threes. I showed that earlier. A lot of people was able to catch W's, I think, on those guys, SJK. It's like playing with fire. One day you may get bumped up. Um, he lost it, right? Wow, my price is my price. Yeah, this is true. This is probably based off what we was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I like these live joints. Appreciate it, man. That's why we doing, man. Just to get the nice, casual, chill conversation, man. We've been on the joint for little over 2 hours, man. We about to end it up. I'm gonna finish up on the chat. Any upcoming releases y'all are looking for, y'all sign off. Right now, man, I think Fire Red Threes was it until we get those lost and founds for me personally. Yellow Toes, I'm still on the fence. Of course, the Green Sparks. I think we're all anticipating those by default because it's off white and it's Virgil and like pay respects. What you think?
Oh yeah, I'm completely with you. For sure for sure the Sparks or the Brooklyns, whatever you want to call them. Uh,
Right.
sure, got to go for that one. Got to pay your respect to the late
Let
great
go.
Virgil.
Go.
Um,
Legend, hard
so
worker, like
that's just automatic. Like that's just by default.
yeah.
And that's a loss you can't be mad about. You did your
Yeah.
part to try to support. You take that L and just be happy that you were at least, what did Drake say? You weren't a part of it. At least you got to witness. You know.
Yeah. This is
Um.
true.
So yeah, I say that. Yeah, probably those. Um. Virgil Day. Which is his birthday. He's got some exclusive off white dunks coming out.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Um. And yeah. Besides that, oh yeah, some the Travises. Obviously, you know, people gonna be expecting those. It's gonna still don't matter. Still gonna be pandemonium.
Yeah, they still gonna sell out and do their thing.
And these are some blackouts. These are blacked out too. So people gonna call these the new Air Force Ones, the new
yeah,
black Air Force Ones. I guarantee you. And then
yeah,
it's got that backwards Nike sign. Come on, it's gonna put people on some crazy shit. They're gonna be
yeah.
like,
I'm still on
you
the
know, they're
fence
gonna say,
about
oh,
them.
they're gonna say the Nike side backwards because that mean my life all fucked up. So shit like that.
I'm still on the fence about them, but they dope. I know what you're already thinking. Like, yeah, you say that, and then when time comes, you're gonna probably go for them. You're right, but right now, I don't know. But I know I'm probably gonna go for them, so I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. I'm gonna agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Because when the time get here, something about that anticipation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's see. SO says I have too many. Don't do it. Let's see. Manuel the Kick says fire lineup. My guy, appreciate that, homie. Appreciate that.
Oh man.
Yeah, a barber recognizing, the work.
Yeah.
SJK says I'm still waiting on those yellow toes, just on the back burner. Got you. Man Kick says this guy reselling those Air Jordan 3 Fire Reds, or that guy reselling those Fire Red,
Oh
those
yeah.
Jordan 3 Fire Reds.
The picture I showed
Possibly.
earlier.
Yeah, he talking about earlier. Yeah. I saw that. SJK says I'm excited to put the Fire Reds next to the Cardinals for an in-hand comparison. True. I honestly, man, I feel like if I had the Cardinals, which is basically almost the same shoe, I wouldn't have went for it. It would have made it harder for me to go for these Fire Red threes. And the only reason that these Fire Red threes really sold me is a Nike check on the back of that joint. The Nike on the back of it. But the Cardinals, and then what is the Katrina threes that we seen those? I said Nike's made several different versions of these shoes from my video I dropped yesterday. So it's like, honestly, I don't own those shoes and I turned those down. I don't know why. Well, I knew why, because they wasn't the Fire Red threes, and that's probably why I made sure I went for these. So, I mean, I kind of know my whole. Even before I even knew they was gonna redo the Fire Red threes, I think that was just a problem. Like this, I don't want to. Y'all know me. I don't like the spinoffs. Just like when they did the taxi knockoff joints, where it was the taxis almost, but it wasn't like the original taxi. So that kind of bothered me. And they're not the taxi, so it's like, cool. I like these, but I'm not finna go for these. I want the taxis.
I still see people wearing those to this day.
Yeah, like, and there's nothing wrong with it, you know what I'm saying? But me, it's just that I know about the taxis, so I want the taxi. I want a updated, retro of the taxis. I
Yeah.
don't want to. I don't want to taxi almost. That's just me, and I'm not knocking the people who got those shoes because they fire. Because if you bring it to a non sneakerhead and put the taxis next to these, they're gonna be like they're the same shoe and walk off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it's gonna be. Mystery on Four says this turned from a sold out podcast to a school for scoundrels. Cousin Skippy telling you how to properly defend ourselves, and Dunk telling us how to hit a lick. Just kidding. I mean, we just telling our point of view, But
Hey,
again,
you
I
gotta have
think
that contrast.
yeah, and I think Dunk's gonna agree with me. We can speak this now from the outside looking in, but when you in the heat of the moment, you don't know what you gonna do.
Yeah.
When you happen in the heat of the moment, especially when things, let's say, don't go according to plan, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, we didn't think about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's just one of those from the outside looking in. Yes, I know exactly what to do now, but if I was that person involved, who's to say I wouldn't be right there doing exactly what they did too? So this is not really I'm not maybe good education purposes, but again, you can have all the education, like Mike Tyson says. Everybody got a game plan until that bell ring, and then you come out, the other person come out swinging. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying
Everything
once
else,
again, it's like that. It's just survival mode.
yeah, you go into survival mode basically. Man with the Kick laughing at 314. Mr. 314 says, I'm my year 4 is the only thing left on my list, and getting my mid off white Air Forces coveted to a low. Okay. Interesting. Visualize says BC fours and I'm my year 4s, honestly. Okay, so we got the I'm my year 4s that everybody's looking for the I'm my year 4s. Those purple joints, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm on the fence. Not saying I'm not gonna go for him, but I'm not really. It ain't been ever since I seen like the Lost and Founds. That's kind of just been on my radar. Mr. Enforce says everyone has a plan until they get hit. Joe Lewis. Facts. I mean, basically, it's the same quote from everybody. But this has been a dope live. Been on this joint for we about to go close it out right at the 3 hour mark. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Y'all smash that like button. This has definitely just been another good one. Appreciate Dunce for coming through as always, showing love. And we will be back on Wednesday, man. Another topic, probably more information. Like, I anticipate this. It's fall, which is leading into holiday season. If things are popping off like this now, and I could be wrong, but Dunks, when do it not turn up on holiday season? And
I
we
mean, I
in
think we probably.
and we in a different time. You just said it. People in a
I would say
different.
we probably got about a good. We probably got about a good 4 year break from all that violence.
I
Probably got
don't
about a
know.
good solid 4 years of not of a shooting of a shoe related murder or incident happening. It's probably been about a good 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I guess,
Now
man.
it's starting to come back. It's starting to
Yeah,
come back full circle.
yeah. And I'll say this, like I told you, if the shoes sitting like they are now, and the energy people are on now, it's about to be a very cold winter, man. I'm gonna just say that it's gonna be a cold winter. I said that before, but I'm saying it's gonna be a cold winter, man. That's all I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, man. But we're gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing, man. Y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And we will be back on Wednesday, another topic, another live. And I'm gonna let Dunks take us out on this one, man.
Hey man, thanks for coming back for another live, man. You guys know me. I'm Dunks. These are some very interesting topics today. I'm glad we were able to discuss them. Glad everybody had their input for it. Everybody had their opinions on it, how they felt about the situations. I'll just say this: that violence is never a way to solve anything. If you can't solve it in a civil manner or without raising your voice or without having to raise your fist or a weapon, you probably shouldn't be dealing with that person or that situation in the first place. But yeah, just handle it the best you can and the safest way you can, and just do it. Just do do whatever makes you comfortable, and go with the level of seriousness that you can take. But yeah, never let anybody threaten your life over anything, or never take a life over anything. uh and don't take stuff that's not yours either. you know uh and the world will be a much better place, and it'll be you know better for a lot of us. But yeah, that's all I had to say. But with that, yeah, just have a good rest of your weekend. Hope everybody have a good Sunday, have a good rest of your night, and yeah, we'll be back next week.
Most definitely. And we're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.